It's back! The Pirate Radio Treasure Chest is back. The chest is loaded with fabulous prizes from our fantastic sponsors. Visit pr927fm.com for more information about the treasure chest.
Santa's coming to town! Oh my God! Santa here? I know him.
It's going to be a December to remember. Happy holidays from Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
What's up there, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina. Are you guys ready for the holidays? Because we are here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We have up to 15% off 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee 2nd and 3rd rows. Also this holiday season in November starting 2023, up to 10% off Ram 2500 and 3500s. And also this month and going forward, we have oil changes as low as $34.95. That's right, folks, $34.95 oil changes here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Go Pirates!
Take a break from the holiday hustle and bustle with a visit to Jersey Mike's. I'm Wes Shepard, your local Jersey Mike's franchisee in Eastern North Carolina for over 25 years. Let us treat you the best subs in town. We can also take care of any of your catering needs this holiday season, large or small. Plus, we partner with many third-party delivery services that can bring your meal to you. Jersey Mike's, open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Everybody likes Jersey Mike's.
Everybody likes Jersey Mike's!
Are you struggling with weight loss? It might be 15 pounds or 115 pounds. It seems like losing weight involves too much exercise and not enough food. Well, no more. Semaglutide is an FDA-approved treatment offered by Arc Point Labs. Dr. John Bruce, a board-certified bariatric surgeon, will consult and oversee your entire weight loss journey. Transform yourself and get ready for the beach next summer. This program is safe, cost-effective, and has a physician oversight. Call Arc Point Labs today at 514-8049.
I'm Caleb Stroud, the founder of Stroud's Marine. I grew up on the water and I've loved boating my entire life. In 2012, I decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvage marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. We stand behind every part we sell, and our mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvage outboard parts.
Wings Over has always been a great go-to for dinner or a late night snack, and it still is. But did you know you don't have to wait for dinner to get Wings Over? That's right. Wings Over Greenville is now open for lunch 7 days a week. Get Wings Over for lunch and have it delivered right to the office. Wings Over also caters so everyone at work can enjoy. Wings Over Greenville has over 20 flavors to choose from, including the limited edition Cajun garlic flavor. Order today by going online at wingsover.com or by calling 758-9464. Wings Over, they deliver.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Ahí estaba, en el centro. Hoyo de Gloria.
Have you scanned your MVP card?
Breakfast was 3 eggs, scrambled light with grits and extra crispy bacon.
Clip, what's up? It's Bryce.
I know, Clip, people are looking for you to sprinkle your magic fairy dust on this whole thing and make it all better.
Let's get to that conversation now. Here is that.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a football, basketball, fun time Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios. Coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250, 930, online, pr927fm.com. And it's going to be a fun day with the chat gang, because we got a lot to talk about on this Friday. Man, I was fired up to come in and talk about an ECU basketball win for 3 hours. But that pesky ECU football, I thought I'd got away from it. But it creeps up on me like a shadow. It's the monster under my bed. We got Pirate football to talk about. And it's a positive. So I'll take it. But I'll got to find a lot of time to talk about Pirate basketball because we had so much fun in Minji's last night. It reminded me, that and a couple other things that I want to get to reminded me of why I love sports to this day and why I started my love for sports all those years ago. We will dive into that. We got a lot of guests coming up, including Brian North later this hour, Tony Dunn, hour 2. He will talk about the Panthers looking for a new head coach once again. As Frank Reich out, we'll get Tony's first comments on Pirate Radio about that coming up later on in the show. Morgan Ahlers will join us. He was hype last night in Minji's Coliseum, and Mark Greenhill's Golf Shop Radio Show. Tiger Woods back on the golf course. Man, a lot going on. Busy sports day. And a lot to talk about in the Pirate Nation as well. Shirley Rhodes is here. Chan is here. Joey is somewhere and will be here later on. And I haven't heard from Danny Beal, so I don't know if he's coming in or not. All right. We'll begin with the big news, and that is East Carolina has their man, their offensive coordinator. He is John David Baker. He's an Ole Miss tight ends coach, co-offensive coordinator, and will jump off the lane train to join the Mike Mobile. I did that off the top. Probably could have done something better, but that's where we're going, right? The Mike motorcycle. Chandler is just shaking his head in disgust, and I don't blame him. Baker just completed his third year at Ole Miss as their tight ends coach. I'm reading from Tyler Comas, who I believe had the news first with 24/7 Sports, Ole Miss inside the Rebels. It was his second season as the team's co-offensive coordinator. And now I've got to log on to read the rest of the story. Hey, name redacted. Why can't I read this story? Maybe I can read it on my phone if I'm logged in. John David Baker. Now, this is a name that when people saw, they got a little bit excited because he's young. He's coming from a good offense, and maybe will open things up and give us a little something more to watch on Saturdays when ECU has the football. So I think people were on board with this. The other names were Bailey from Ohio State, Chad Morris, who is a recognizable name for me, but judging by comments, there were a lot of detractors for Chad Morris. I'll just say and all I can go by is X, redacted, other message boards, and it seems like this is the approval rating is very high on this one. How do you guys feel in the chat? Let me know. John David Baker, how you feeling? Bottom line is, my thing is he bringing a quarterback? Who's going to be our quarterback? If John David Baker was here last year, what's our record? Maybe we win another game. Maybe we don't. I don't know. Look, this is like recruiting. You can be excited about it now and good. But Chandler and I were just talking about it. Remember when we brought in a 4-star quarterback to East Carolina a few years ago? How excited we were about that? Yeah. How'd it turn out?
Not good. He's entered the transfer portal.
Yeah, so, you never know how these things are going to go. But from a scheme, look, Mike Houston needed to get people excited about something, maybe make people think there's going to be a change, a more exciting offense. I think mission accomplished from that standpoint with John David Baker.
Yeah, I mean, especially, his line of work where he's been, his resume, it definitely shows that he is in a different type of offense that we have seen under Donnie Kirkpatrick. And you go to majority of Pirate fans in the past week or two, and you ask them, hey, what do you want in an offensive coordinator? And a lot of them are going to say a different philosophy offensively, and we want a up-and-coming guy. We want a young guy. And we got that in John David Baker, because what were you doing on September 30th, 1990? Both of you guys.
Probably
freshman in high school, if my memory serves correctly.
Outside playing football with myself or my friends. Maybe shooting hoops.
John David Baker was being born on that day. 33 years old is John David Baker.
33?
33. He just turned 33 in September. So that is what a lot of people, and I would say the majority, wanted in an offensive coordinator, was a young-minded guy, which we had several years ago in Lincoln Riley, and we see what he's doing now. But you get a guy in John David Baker that's been in some programs that has shown that they can score some points, and he was at North Texas. He actually had his college career. He was a quarterback at Abilene Christian from 2009 to 2013. He started his coaching career there as a grad assistant, worked his way up into an offensive quality control coach at USC. Then he became a pass game coordinator at Ole Miss, which promoted him to be the co-offensive coordinator and tight ends coach at Ole Miss. So he's been in some programs that has had success, not just as a whole, but as an offense as well. So welcome to Greenville, John David Baker.
And the camera was on Chandler there. He was not looking at his phone, not looking at a computer. That was all off the dome. Somebody has been getting in that Wikipedia today.
Oh, yeah. I've been wikiing it.
That was pretty impressive.
Thank you.
So well done with that, man. You brought it to the table today. Bobby says, Johnny D, you got a QB? That's what...
Come on, guys.
That's what we want to know. Oh, he's talking to that Johnny D in Wilmington. Hey, Clip.
We got our offensive coordinator. Come on, guys.
I got a QB for you, Brett Rippin. We'll give you him. Seeing some quarterback talk. Matthew said worried about the quarterback. Jackson Dart ain't coming with him. You can bet on that one. We got a lot of people saying John David Booty. John David Baker either sounds like a successful offensive coordinator or a guy that assassinated a president 40 years ago. Anytime you hear three names, you think
John David Baker.
Assassin.
That sounds like a name I should have learned about in my history book.
And it was,
all right, guys, today we're going to learn about John David Baker.
And it was on that day that John David Baker pulled the trigger and changed the landscape of America forever. But that trigger he's pulling now, folks, is calling plays for ECU, which Jamie says he's a little concerned because being a co-coordinator with Lane Kiffin, he's not calling plays. Lane's running the show. Maybe that's why JDB wanted to come. Brian North's going to get into this when we talk to him in a moment. How do I know that? Because we recorded the interview an hour ago. He's going to say, why is he coming here? I think it's a good question. Is he getting paid more? If so, probably not a lot more, although I don't know that for a fact. Is he being run out of town by Lane? Remember when David Cutcliffe said, hey, I got a guy ECU can hire, Scotty Montgomery. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. There was some talk that he kind of...
Get him off my staff.
Threw him our way. Is it one of those situations? I don't think so. Just spitballing, just talking here out loud. But... is it a situation where he wants to get out of the shadow of Lane Kiffin
and show that he has potential to be more than just an offensive coordinator? He's 33 years old. He's ready to elevate.
Well, first of all, he needs to show he can be an offensive coordinator.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he's coming to East Carolina, to show that he can be one.
Yeah. You said more than. He hasn't even been one yet.
Right.
More than a co-offensive coordinator.
More than a co-offensive coordinator. So come to East Carolina, run, do all the play calling, run the show offensively, and show that you can be more than just a co-offensive coordinator and have some sort of philosophy in hand, and show that, at 33 years old, he has some sort of strategic plan to better ECU's offense from last year to this year. Is that going to be hard? I don't think so, because this, as we know, this past year offensively was just tragic, was disgusting to watch. So he's coming here knowing that he has, something to clean up, and he's hoping to, elevate his coaching role down the road. So
I love y'all. Let's see. Kenny says John David Baker sounds like a NASCAR driver. Josh says personal injury law firm in a no-name southern town. John David Baker. Jamie says John David Baker bail bondsman. Ryan says serial killer vibes. Steve says the law firm of John David and Baker. John David Baker, bounty hunter. Very good. Ryan says I need a rocking chair. That'd be nice. I spend almost my entire freaking life in this chair. I need to get out. I need to do the show outside. Hey, Joey. Can I talk to you for a minute? You just got out of a chat with the big boss, so this is not a bad chat or anything. So we are going to do picks next hour. I have given you like the records from going into 2 weeks ago, pretty much.
Yeah.
Can you update the total records?
Yeah.
So
I can.
So you've got the picks from last week, correct?
Yes. Where's the week 11 sheet from last week, though?
That is it. Like I haven't updated week 11 because we were off.
Mm-hmm.
So like you got some work to do.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get to it for sure.
The thing is, like, so those records are from after week 10. You need to get the week 11 picks, get those records, add those to week 12, and have our overall records.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, I can get it done.
That's what I like to hear, man. That's why Joey's the best. Here's Chandler.
Hello.
Hey, Sean.
It's good to be in Studio A.
Irving says John David Baker is an upcoming country music star. I could hear that as well. Jeremy also says country singer. So JDB, new offensive coordinator. My question is Tony Collins' question. Who's the quarterback?
Who's our quarterback?
Who's our quarterback?
That is what I want to know. I probably shouldn't say more concerned. I'm more interested in that than I was the offensive coordinator hire. Because let's say we have the same players this year, next year that we had this year. How many are we winning with JDB and A. Flynn?
No more than 2.
I was going to give us 3 or 4 because we can beat Norfolk State.
Oh, I thought you meant this past year.
No. How many do we win in 2024 with John David Baker and Alex Flynn?
Yeah, I would be with you there. 3 or 4.
Yeah. So, hey, we had to make this hire. We did make this hire. We made it quickly, and hopefully it'll be a good hire. But I got to see what QB is going to be behind center for East Carolina before I think this offense can do some things.
And the portal hasn't even opened up yet. So,
but that portal is filling up, Chandler, because I got another name.
The line is long. The portal's not open, but the line is very long, waiting to get into that portal.
So we were at, I believe, 13 yesterday. We're adding another name to the East Carolina portal entry list. That is Omari Allen. He is an offensive lineman. And that means we now have, I'll just name them, Mason Garcia, Zion Agnew, Isaiah Foote, Grant Copeland, Elisha Samples, Omari Allen, the 4th O-lineman on this list, by the way, Jason Shuford, Travon Hayes, Tegan Wilk, Drew Dotter, Carson Smith, Ryan Capriotti, David Chapeau, Brock Winstead. Why are you looking like that?
No, I was just going to say Zion Agnew, we had him on our list, but he officially announced today. So we're ahead of the game.
We're getting lists. Hell, we had one guy, Johnny Stats, yesterday.
Yeah.
Name a guy that was in the portal, and the guy he named didn't even know he was in the portal.
Yeah. We said, hey, buddy, breaking news.
You're in the portal. And now he's in the portal. That's crazy, man. Amari Allen put on X today that.
With that being said,
let's see.
Did he say that?
No, he said God's plan never fails. So I know some of you out there are not fans of the portal and all that. You're going to have to take that up with God. Because everything, all
it's
these
his plan.
Like, this is not coach's plan or player's plan. Everything happening in the transfer portal, God's plan.
His plan. He is him.
You don't like it? Take it up with him. Good luck with that. Good luck with that chat on Sunday. It's all
Is
God.
there any prayer requests? Yeah. Can we have this person go into the transfer portal?
Do you think God's plan has us getting a good quarterback next year?
Is it that quarterback's? Is it?
You know what? That's how I'm.
Is it God's plan to have that quarterback come to East Carolina?
That's how I'm going to start answering and talking to people in the fifth quarter. What the hell was that game today? God's plan. Next caller. All right, I figured.
Or you could just play Drake's song, God's plan.
Eric said, "Dear God, please take the entire offense to the portal." Hey, it's his plan, Eric. Whether you want it or not, it don't matter. Let's see. John David Baker, personal injury lawyer.
Call the law offices of John David Baker today.
John David Baker, prophet of the LDS Church, says Austin. Dear Lord, baby Jesus, can we get a quarterback from the portal? Praise be to He. Thank you, Mike P, for that.
Praise be to He.
Jeremy says, what do you guys think of the Pirates that are entering the portal? Good, bad, indifferent? Good question, Jeremy. Let's look at that list real quick. Mason, had to happen. Zion Agnew, not familiar with him. Isaiah Foote, I got excited because of our guy Scott from Maryland who kept talking about this guy 4 years ago.
Man, haven't heard from Scott about Isaiah Foote entering the transfer portal.
Yeah, he mentioned it the other day. Thought he could be something here. Grant Copeland, Elisha Samples, Amari Allen, not familiar, indifferent. Jason Shuford.
Saw him play this year.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this, if you can keep the rest of that solid D-line we got, I'll be okay with it, but I don't want to be losing a lot of depth there on that D-line. That's the strength of this team. Trevon Hayes, don't know who he is. Tegan Wilk, wish he would have stuck around, but when he was out with injury, we saw other guys step up on the back end at safety. So good luck to Tegan, but didn't seem like the biggest loss ever. But again, I would rather have him here, much rather have him here. Drew Doddard, never really saw a lot of time. Carson Smith, Ryan Capriotti, we got our kicker, and he's rad. David Chapeau, sorry, David, but we're throwing shrimps on the Barbie. Am I right, Luke?
Crikey, mate. I mean, come on, mate. We're just out here playing football, mate. I'm the same age as this new offensive coordinator, mate.
And then Brock Winstead, I'll go to my long snapping analyst. What do you think about Brock Winstead?
Brock Winstead will get a spot somewhere. I saw that he already has an offer from Florida International. I'm sure he'll get some more offers. A really good long snapper with great size, great speed on his snaps, and I'm sure he will contribute elsewhere.
So, to answer your question overall, Jeremy, as of right now, the transfer portal has not hurt East Carolina. As of right now.
As of this second.
Do not roast me and say I jinxed something if it does, if we do end up seeing big names in there. You asked the question, I'm answering it.
When do we get comfortable? When do we get comfortable with
not
where
till
we're
like a week out, 2 weeks after the spring game. So we got a ways to go.
Man.
Yeah.
We do have a ways to go.
But I mean, I feel a little more comfortable, I guess, in January.
Well, yeah, and then you look at last year, up front, you had Avery Jones entering his name before the bowl game even started. I want to say it was like the first week of December that he announced that he was going into the transfer portal. Nashad Strother, I think, was right after the bowl game, which was late December.
Yeah. So yeah, January.
So like January, I reckon, and then.
But my dad was asking me about this similar question last night, and I was like, I am not comfortable, but it's a good sign that maybe a couple of impact corners have not announced yet, right? I mean, I'll take that.
Yeah, because I mean, you're thinking about Siobhan Revel, you're thinking about maybe IBM, or when are they going to make their decision? And I mean, like, to this point now, it's like, all right, it's a blessing that we haven't heard those names.
God's plan.
God's plan has not been put into the transfer portal. But as the weeks, that lead up to, the portal opening on Monday, I believe, when are we going to start hearing those names? And hopefully we don't hear them, especially for a guy like Siobhan Revel, who's been such a big part of the defensive success this past year, who has a bright future with East Carolina, hopefully, if it's God's plan. So we're just waiting. But right now, fingers crossed, because there is no big time names in the portal. I would argue that Tegan Wilk is one of those guys, who has been a big part in that safety room.
But we saw him go out, and we saw this defense play very well.
Exactly.
So it doesn't concern me as much. David says, I like to think of my quarterback in a tuxedo T-shirt because it says, like, I want to be formal, but I'm here to party too. I like to party. David, I have no clue what you're talking about, but I like where your head's at. Seems like you're having a good Friday. Do you know what that means?
No.
Okay. Zach says it would be great to get KJ Jefferson from Arkansas. It'd be great to find $1 million when I walk to the bathroom too. Both of those things will be great.
You have a point there, but be a little nicer.
Steve said, where do transfers use the bathroom? The portal potty. Steve, you are banned for the rest of the year. We'll talk to you in January. Boy, we got off to a good start today. What's happening now? Alex said, we don't feel comfortable till fall camp. Hell, let's extend that. I felt pretty comfortable with Kurt Benkert going into fall camp in 2015, and then my dreams were shattered like his leg.
Clip.
Yo.
David's comments from Ricky Bobby.
Oh, sorry.
Talladega Nights.
Thank you. You know what, David? That's on me. Usually I throw out tons of references. I apologize for not getting that one. I take that back, David. Eric says, no wonder Clip didn't get my... Yeah, I guess Talladega Nights is not on my referenceometer. It's not one of my favorite movies. You know what else I think is... I don't want to say it's overrated. I just don't love it as much. I just thought of two more movies. Am I not a Will Ferrell guy? I think Step Brothers is overrated. I think Anchorman's overrated.
Wow.
That's just that. I'm sorry. And Talladega Nights, I probably watched it once. That's why I didn't get the references. I didn't love those movies.
How many times have you seen Anchorman?
Probably once or twice. I don't know. And I tried Step Brothers again.
I see Anchorman as a movie that would tickle your fancy. That would literally get you tickled.
You're not going to tickle me right now, are you?
No, I'm not going to tickle you.
You are, aren't you?
No, just kidding. No, but Anchorman seems like a movie that you would laugh at.
Well, it's not. And I'm sure I laughed. Ha, ha, ha,
ha. What a great scene.
But I just, I didn't love it, man.
So you're a Will Ferrell... I don't, not hater, but maybe you just don't appreciate him like other people do. What about Elf?
David said, I like Elf. David said, don't you wish that evil on me, Clip. Step Brothers is God's plan. Look, me not loving those movies is God's plan. Cameron says, Clip, y'all need to make a We Not Know Punks t-shirt. Yeah, I've already told like 8 people that today.
We Not Know Punks?
I should be wearing that shirt right now. Because we not know punks.
We not know punks.
God, that fires me up. I was so excited to talk about basketball today. And then we
Stop. Don't even start talking about basketball. We got football to talk about, baby. We got a new offensive coordinator.
But did you not have fun last night?
Dude, it was one of the most fun nights I've had in Minji's.
It was. Because we'll get into it. We got to take a break.
We can't talk about it.
We got to get to Brian North. Step Brothers top 10 all day.
What about Adam Sandler?
I don't love him as much as you do, but I do love Happy Gilmore and I do love Big Daddy. All right, let me think of 10 comedies better than Step Brothers. I'm counting Major League as a comedy.
Oh my gosh, really? I mean, you're a Major League guy. Like, that's your favorite movie of all time.
Yeah. Every Naked Gun movie, so that puts me at 4.
Okay.
I don't think series counts. That should be 1.
Where's that voice coming from?
Who is that?
What, did you hear that?
I thought I did.
What's up, Pirate Radio?
I think I'm going crazy.
In the name of Jesus, get out of
The
here.
voices.
Because the voice in my head, for some reason, has a little bit of a Puerto Rican accent. It's been that way my whole life.
¿Qué está pasando?
All right, I'll try to come up with that list by the Happy Gilmore I like better.
Okay.
Big Daddy I like better. We'll take a
Billy
break.
Madison?
See, I haven't watched that enough either. I need to watch that. I haven't watched your Mr. Deeds. Never watched that.
Don't you ever say that again.
Pineapple Express #1. Cameron, no, it's not. It can be to you. Everybody's allowed their own top 10.
Pineapple Express is funny.
And I hope you respect my opinion and my decision just like I will respect yours. Everybody's top 10 is going to be different, and that's fine. We'll take a break, come back. Waterboy, I think my problem is, can I be honest for a minute? I'm
gonna be honest.
Like, I gotta be careful about what I say. I like being honest.
But be honest.
Be honest?
Be honest.
Like, the special needs humor is like, I don't know. Maybe it's not my thing. Like Step Brothers, you got these grown men acting like they got something wrong with them. Waterboy, clearly he does have something wrong. Maybe not my kind of humor.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're just being honest.
I'm just being honest. We'll be back after these words.
The holiday tradition is back. It's the Nutcracker, presented by Dance Arts Theater. The Nutcracker will be at Wright Auditorium on the campus of ECU December 9th and 10th. Saturday has a 2 p.m. matinee and a 7 p.m. evening show. Sunday has a 2 p.m. matinee. Get your tickets now by going online at tickets.ecu.edu. Proceeds from this event will benefit the Maynard Children's Hospital at ECU Health and Medical Center in Greenville. Celebrate the season with the Nutcracker, presented by Dance Arts Theater.
'Tis the season, Pirates. It's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Holiday cheer is here along with our biggest sale of the year. The unbeatable Black Friday markdowns are ones you don't want to miss. With the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC, you'll find exceptional deals on tons of brands including Springfield, Benelli, Smith & Wesson, Browning, Sig Sauer, Bergara, Henry, Beretta, Ruger, Glock, Federal, Hornady, Winchester, and the list goes on. Come find the perfect gift at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
The holiday season is a special time of year, one that is meant to be spent with family, friends, and loved ones, offering a heart filled with gratitude, joy, and hope. Pitt County Schools is thankful for a community that inspires our students by providing growth opportunities and investing in our teachers and staff with continued support. The arrival of a new year also presents a fresh beginning. So if you are interested in creating a rewarding future by becoming engaged with an award-winning school system that is centered around educational and leadership advantages, we are hiring. Pitt County Schools encourages you to become a part of our team to help ensure success for the posterity of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. Grow minds and invest in our future through 38 schools and one community.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Looking for a comfortable mattress at a great price? Come by Farmers Home Furniture in Washington today and check out their wide selection of mattresses. Farmers Home Furniture has Serta mattresses and a variety of therapeutic mattresses and adjustable bases that can match with their wide selection of mattresses. Need financing? Farmers has 30-day, 60-day, and 90-day, same as cash, plus 12 and 24 months interest-free options. See sales consultant for details. Farmers Home Furniture, West 5th Street in Washington. Your new mattress is waiting for you.
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. Vacation spots are right here in our very own backyard. Take a trip to a state park and enjoy traditional camping, RV space, and also air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi. If you're by a lake, be sure to check out the opportunities to rent a canoe or kayak and get out on the water. Your next adventure is right around the corner. For more information, please visit ncparks.gov. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, I'm seeing a lot of movie entries by folks better than that I enjoyed more than Step Brothers and Anchorman. Somebody said something funny. Ryan, Clip loves The Ringer. I don't know if I've ever seen that because I'm just uncomfortable with the premise. Oh No says Friday is number 1. Definitely like that more than the others. Ryan said Superbad is tough to beat. Like that more. Brad said American Pie. Like that more. It came out right when I was a senior in high school. Really hit home with me. David said Tommy Boy, Black Sheep. I like the Chris Farley vehicles. So yeah, all better than stuff. Chad's got a list. He says Waterboy, Dodgeball, Happy Gilmore, Caddyshack. Definitely Caddyshack. Tommy Boy, Airplane, Hangover, Old School, Uncle Buck. So yeah, it's just not in my top 10. Maybe I'll go revisit it one day. All right, I got a Brian North interview. You know what? It's Friday, man. Let's just go. I just want to talk. I want to keep it here. I want to get to that interview later if we have time.
Okay.
I do want to run that interview. We'll do that. Dumb and Dumber, yes. And you're right, Eric. They were special. Maybe at that time in my life, I liked that humor more than when I got older because, yeah, I love Dumb and Dumber. And they were definitely special. I mean, Tom York would say they're so effing special. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Eric's calling me a fraud. You're probably right. I am a fraud. Jamie said, American Pie hit home with you, or are you a fan of Pie Play? Not that particular scene, Jamie, per se, but some of the movie. I feel like we're getting a little too personal now. Chandler, you talk.
Were you a fan of Bandcamp, maybe?
I never went to band camp, but it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Enjoyed the flick. Let's talk hoops. So
Crank up the band.
I saw multiple things last night that reminded me why I'm doing this and why I love sports. One of them I saw on X, which is a place for a lot of negativity and things like that. But did you see the video of Mitchell Robinson's high school coach?
What a great, cool, neat story.
So they interviewed him during the Knicks game. His high school coach, Butch Stockton. Stockton's, and he's in his, 80s, 70s. His wife passed away in September. And Mitchell Robinson visited her every day in the hospital. At the funeral, Mitchell Robinson invited his coach to live with him in New York and said, Coach, you need to get your mind off things. You can't stay in that house by yourself. Let's come up with me to New York. We're going to get through this together.
Come to my basketball games.
Go to the games. Cheer me on.
I got you a ticket.
We'll be roommates. Mitchell said that Butch Stockton took him up on the offer. He has been Robinson's roommate since the start of the season, and he was shown cheering him on at the game last night. And that's why I love sports.
That's why sports is great.
Relationships. It changes your life forever. This guy clearly made an impact on Mitchell Robinson years ago, and now Mitchell is returning the favor and helping this man get over his wife passing away.
We love sports, but sometimes the story within sports is what grows our love for it. Exhibit A with Mitchell Robinson and his high school coach.
Another thing I saw last night, not just saw, but witnessed, but experienced.
You all right there?
Rivalries.
Uh-huh.
Rivalries are a reason we love sports. Teal surrounding me in section 213. Seahawks fans. Seahawks. Those dum-dums behind me.
Oh, the seats have cup holders. Did y'all see that? These seats have cup holders. This is so cool.
Were they really saying that?
Yeah.
Do they not have that at Trask Coliseum?
This is my favorite player. What happened to so-and-so? Oh, yeah, I've been here in 2 years. Oh, he's my new favorite player. I like this guy, too. Hey,
The seats have cup holders.
The seats have cup holders.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Is this bigger than Trask? It doesn't look like it. Oh, but the seats go up high. This is what I'm hearing as I'm watching ECU and UNCW play.
These beach bums.
And then I'm hearing claps and whoops and hollers.
Whoop, there it is.
And I'm just like, wait for it. Y'all must not know what East Carolina does.
You don't know punks.
We go on runs, son.
We ain't no punks.
We get down early. We not no punks. We come back. We win the game. And by the end of it, I was standing up, smiling, and all those sad UNCW fans
could do nothing but sit there in complete shock, going, man, these seats have cup holders.
I need to take a drink from my cup that has a cup holder. What a fun night. And also, the rivalry part of it was great. Seeing Bobby Pettiford and Shaquem Phillips, a couple of Eastern North Carolina guards, go at it.
Legends.
Just back and forth.
Guards.
One-on-one. That was a lot of fun. But something else last night. Shirley, can you get Mike Schwartz his opening comments?
Really great team win. That is a team win versus a very good basketball team, and just really proud of our guys.
Wait a minute.
Shirley, play the whole opening comments. That's it? So, hit it again? Something's missing.
Really great team win. That is a team win versus a very good basketball team, and just really proud of our guys.
I heard.
Wait, something's missing there.
Wait, I heard great.
Yeah? Is there a word missing? Is there?
Usually there's something after great.
Great respect.
Yeah, that's from a past. Is there any? What other sounds do we have from past press conferences? Do you have any more loaded up? Shirley has no clue what we're talking about.
Not going on.
Really good challenge for our team.
You're on the right track. He did not say the word respect.
Incredible respect.
Is this
Just a ton of respect.
This is
so
the
much
first
respect.
time. Okay, Shirley's on board now. The first time he has not had great respect for the coach and the opponent,
Or any respect at all.
Really great team win.
Now, why is that?
Why did he not say that?
Now, why did he not say that?
Why did he not say respect?
I wish I was.
We not no punks.
I wish I was LeBron James' friend, like Brian Windhorst, and just made a whole career out of it.
So, between Mike Schwartz's opening press conference, or opening statement, and Caleb LeCount and Bobby P. And now Bobby P. wasn't here last year; it was more Caleb LeCount, who was here last year, that went and made the trip to Wilmington and suffered that loss in Trask Coliseum. Apparently, there was a lot of talk going on in that game last year, in that loss.
Little chit chat,
and with the not no respect. He didn't say respect in his opening statement, which is very weird. I believe it's a first in his career here at East Carolina. And the video I captured yesterday as they were heading to the locker room, I have not seen that type of Mike Schwartz since he's been here. Mike Schwartz was fired up for that win last night. He was fired up to see those fans as he was making his way from the court to the locker room. I mean, it was just so obvious that he wanted that so bad. And to be down like the Pirates were last night and to rally in the second half and to get that win by 8 points, it really kind of put a spark into this program, I think, especially after a very, very bad loss to George Mason on Saturday.
I don't want to make something out of nothing, something that's not there, because Mike Schwartz did say, we wanted this one because we got our tails kicked on Saturday. So you want to bounce back. But there was something from last year that rubbed him,
that lingered,
and this team the wrong way. You're exactly right, Dolores. It did linger.
Let it linger.
Why were you holding his hand? Her hand.
Let it linger.
Caleb LeCount said as much after the game. Shirley, can we hear Caleb LeCount's comments?
Last year, we're not no punks, but they punked us. And all 50-50 balls, offensive rebound, defensive rebounds. We went in their place. It was a hostile environment. So I think that probably shook us up a little bit. But it was a lot of talking last year. So we was just waiting for this game. And you see how the outcome came. We didn't do too much talking. We just went out there and handle business.
Handle business. Because we not no punks.
We not no punks.
We not no punks.
If I'm not wearing a We Not No Punks next Saturday at Minji's t-shirt, then I might as well not even be living.
This could be like the bunch of jerks that the Hurricanes that the Hurricanes kind of took advantage of and sold a bunch of those t-shirts, literally made it a part of their mantra, a part of their slogan.
This is our rallying cry, and we need that attitude. When you go on the road, look, we were punks on Saturday. We got punked. We got to go on the road and say we not no punks.
We not no punks.
We were punks on Saturday, and we were punks in Wilmington last year.
Yeah.
You know when we weren't punks? Last night.
We not no punks.
We not no punks.
We not no punks.
We not no punks.
Punks?
Bobby Pettiford wasn't even here for the game last year, but somebody told Bobby P, and Bobby P said, you know what? I got your back. Because I'm not no punk.
I'm not no punk.
Let's hear what Bobby P had to say after his season high with the Pirates.
Coach made sure, we felt it from the jump. We watched last year's game, and that kind of added some fuel to the fire. And then just having a crowd and that type of environment just got us going. I felt like we was playing, at advantage 6-on-5 out there, especially on defense, so it was good. I just could tell, Coach walked in this morning with he had his AirPods in. His foot starts shaking himself when he get all excited and stuff like that. So I knew how he felt. He wanted that game bad. So, we just played for him. It was a lot of, kind of talk and disrespect last year. So I just wanted to settle that. That was all.
Consider it settled. This case settled. Pirates beating UNCW.
Case closed.
Seahawks helped out last night. They missed a ton of threes and pretty good looks.
They were 0-11 to start. They were 0-11 at one point last night.
0 for 11.
What was I saying?
0
for 11.
Yeah.
Number 30 for them, I felt like was going to just keep throwing up threes until he made one.
The game really changed when they stopped going through Shaquem Phillips and just started giving that chunky lefty the ball and said, here, go to work. And boy, did he.
He did.
He went to work and he helped us out quite a bit last night. Cameron says, print out some We Not Know Punk shirts and sell them. All right, look, we got to get our people on this, man.
Well, we got to get them out quick because we play South Carolina coming up next Saturday.
We play a game Monday. Let's get them out by then.
I mean, I could see. Let's get them to have warm-up shirts. we not no punks.
We not no punks. That is the mindset.
We not no punks.
You got to have. Cameron says, I respect anyone from Compton, USA. Exactly.
By the way, if this is Cameron Yarborough, who was a part of that student section last night, shout out to the student section.
Yeah, great.
Great crowd down there.
What did they add last night that hadn't been there previously?
What did they add?
Yeah. What was different about the Minji's Maniacs? Did you pick up on that?
No.
A foreign object? Something brought into the building? Still no?
No.
Will Ferrell? No?
I don't know.
Who's the actor? Shirley? Christopher Walken?
Cowbell.
There you go.
They had more cowbell.
We need more cowbell.
And they had more cowbell last night in Minji's.
I thought it was a good addition. It wasn't overdone. It was, defense, cowbell, defense,
cowbell.
It was used appropriately. So
cowbell was used appropriately.
I appreciated it.
But they were loud and consistently into the game.
You know why? They not no punks.
Not no punks, and they got cowbells.
Fun night in Minji's last night. I said this to young Delaney yesterday, who, by the way, did a great job. All those great videos you saw during the game.
Speaking of the student section, all the videos that we have on our social media platforms that capture those moments in the student section, intern Delaney got those videos, so shout out to her.
Which allowed Chandler to hang out with me and give some cool fives.
And get awesome video of you harassing Ken Watlington.
I gotta play that.
That was fantastic. I love that.
I got to play, which is part of it is visual. I'm not going to play. I don't have to play the laughing part, but calling Ken as time was dwindling down and he knew all was lost, and being able to deliver an announcement to him was fantastic. Let's see. Here I am calling him. You see him answering his phone.
Hey, kid. Your team sucks.
That's why I love sports. To tell a guy who went to that school that just got beat by the school I attended that his team sucks.
While he's literally a section away from you. And you could see him answering his phone and looking our way, and then you tell him that his team sucks.
The best part is you zooming in and just the look of utter disgust on his face. It was outstanding camera work.
Shout out to Chandler.
Being
Great
able
camera
to,
work.
yeah,
Thank
being
you.
able to zoom in, seeing just the look of sadness on Ken's face, and then the absolute glee that was all over Clip's face, and then just going back and forth, and then of course, culminating with the phone call. I thought was fantastic.
And I was telling Delaney yesterday that was her first ECU basketball game. Sad but true, and I get it. We got to.
She told me that was her first time in Minji's since her freshman orientation.
Yeah, and I get it. I mean, she's A, not a huge sports fan to start with, but B, ECU basketball is not a cool thing to do. but it's got to become a cool thing to do. And what I said was, she had some friends going. I said, hopefully they have fun tonight. They see a win. They get kind of wrapped up in the Minji's magic, and they want to return. Am I boring you?
No.
Okay. You just yawned in my face and the microphone, so I didn't know if I was making you sleepy.
It's a great story.
I felt like I was really pouring out my heart.
No, you are, and you're doing a great job. Let's hear it.
Hopefully that's contagious. More fans come. I said more fans come to the game.
Uh-huh. Right.
And they have fun out there. Jamie said, will Ken show up next week? That's a good question. I thought about that. I hope that me being obnoxious will not ruin the Ken Watlington segment every Wednesday, but he sent me a few gifts of some stupid bird-looking thing before that.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Oh, he did.
Oh, no, he didn't.
You know what I told him? We not no punks.
Oh.
We not no punks.
He tried to punk me.
Like when they were, you tell me when they were up like double digits and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, he messed up there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all on him, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not feeling bad for Ken Watlington.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting there videoing that yesterday, and I'm sitting there going, "Man, Ken's a good friend. I hate to be doing this, but if I would have known that, I would have said, let's do this. Let's do 3 or 4 more videos of us making fun of him. How dare he do that?" By the way, Cameron on YouTube says, and this is a good point, he said that he loved the videos that Delaney took of the students. Hopefully students will see that, and it will lead to more students coming to games as well. Great point, and let's keep it going. Good point. Great point.
Chad said, should they be saying clamp down? Chad, get this through your thick skull. Clamp down.
Clamp down.
It's for Kim McNeil and the ECU women's basketball Pirates.
See, I hate that people get confused with that.
I know.
Clamp down is for women's basketball.
I don't get why that is confusing to people.
We have rallying cries for each team. Clamp down is for women.
We not no punks.
Is for the men. Very simple.
Please, Lord, make it God's plan to bring us an offense. Is for football.
By the way,
actually, football is all about shocks.
Speaking of football and shocks, we do have a name to add to the transfer portal list.
And we will add that name when we return and wrap up hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live here.
That's what you call a teaser.
I really wanted to get to the good part of this song, so I need to keep talking.
How far into it?
We'll tell you.
About a minute.
What have you got going on this weekend?
Man, you know what? I'll tell you what I'm not doing. The Bud Light pregame tailgate and the U.S. Sailor 5th quarter call-in show, so I'll hang out with my family.
No ECU basketball this weekend. They'll have their next game coming up on Monday at 4 o'clock against Maryland Eastern Shore.
Don't forget, ECU volleyball starts their postseason run tonight, 6 o'clock.
Are you going home?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep. I'm going to go to my dad's bar and watch some championship football.
I might see if Lily wants to, if ECU wins tonight, go to the volleyball game and show my pirate pride.
And show your pirate pride.
I want to get my fat ass in one of them nice purple chairs.
Hey, don't call yourself that, man.
How would you describe my butt?
Husky.
I want to get my husky rump.
You're big bone down there.
I hadn't felt my cheeks on one of them nice purple seats they got in
Got a
there.
little junk in the trunk.
I'll tell you what, you will.
Actually, I've got an issue. I've got a big old belly and a little old hiney.
I guess where your fat ass will be sitting.
Oh, here's the good part. Now we can stop talking.
Turn it up.
My hands are tied.
We'll take a break, come back, have more for you. Boy, I'm glad we were able to stop that conversation. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, number 16 for your ECU Pirates. And with the holidays approaching, I want to let everyone know that my Still I Rise t-shirts are in stock at Shimmer Boutique. We are excited to announce that adult and youth sizes are now available. Visit Shimmer today on Greenville Boulevard or message them on their Facebook or Instagram page if you live out of town. Thank you for your support, go Pirates, and happy holidays.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. Open 7 days a week with live music. Every Monday, open mic night. Tuesday, karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, acoustic night. Thursday night, line dancing and music from DJ Dog. On Friday and Saturday night, enjoy the best local bands in the area. And don't forget, Sunday Fun Day during football season with NFL jersey giveaways and more. Check out Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date info. Y'all come get bucked up. Go Pirates!
And then it was Tuesday.
We're here for the booty.
Party?
Pirate Water is here. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find pirate water in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
Pirate Water is here. 21 and older, please drink responsibly. Hey you, yeah you, have you heard? Greenville Auto World is under new ownership and is now part of the DriveHereNow.com network. DriveHereNow.com is run by local people who buy, service, detail, and sell everything directly to you. Greenville Auto World is now the 5th dealership to join the DriveHereNow.com network. Get car shopping today at DriveHereNow.com and choose a location near you. DriveHereNow.com, serving Eastern North Carolina for over 47 years and proud supporter of the Pirates.
Right now, new and current customers can get any phone for free at US Cellular, so you can connect with all your family members this holiday season. You can even call your aunt, who always makes you talk to your cousin, who's a dog. Or, maybe just send her a festive text. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular. Get any phone free today. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Are you struggling with weight loss? It might be 15 pounds or 115 pounds. It seems like losing weight involves too much exercise and not enough food. Well, no more. Semaglutide is an FDA-approved treatment offered by ArcPoint Labs. Dr. John Bruce, a board-certified bariatric surgeon, will consult and oversee your entire weight loss journey. Transform yourself and get ready for the beach next summer. This program is safe, cost-effective, and has a physician oversight. Call ArcPoint Labs today at 514-8049.
Nothing freshens up a space like a new coat of paint, and no one east of Raleigh makes painting easier than CertaPro. Residential or commercial, inside and outside, CertaPro is your dependable painting experts. CertaPro's concern is about getting your painting done right and making sure you're satisfied. Whether you have a large or small job, professional quality is what you will get. Let us come to your home or business and give you a free quote. CertaPro takes all the worry away from your painting project. Go to CertaPro.com and click on Clayton Greenville. That's CertaPro. CertaPro.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
This is Rajay Harris, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Hey, Pirate fans, did you know that there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that love ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. If you know of a family that needs tickets to a game, call Robbie's Clubhouse at 252-916-9117. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, wrapping up hour number 1. Where's Tony?
Let's get down to Tony. And amongst all the...
Boy, this will really kill the momentum of today's show. Jamie wants to know, where do we stand in our fantasy leagues with playoffs approaching? Nobody cares about this, Jamie, but I lost by not even a fraction of a point, like 2 decimal places 2 weeks ago. And last week, I lost by 1. So in my main league, I'm now 6-6, a very frustrating 6-6. But I am in 6th. So right now, if the playoffs started today, I would be in. In my old sports bar league, I am currently in a playoff spot, sitting at 7-5. I'm in 4th. And I did best ball for the first time this year. In that league, I am losing a lot of games. I've lost 3 in a row, sitting at 6-6 in 4th place. So as of right now, I would make the playoffs in all leagues, but that could change very fast depending on what happens these next few weeks. Where's Long John Silver's looking right now?
I am currently in 7th place.
Ooh, 6 teams make the playoffs?
Yeah, 6-6. I have lost 3 or 4 in a row now, and that is to a lack of execution on my part with the roster, not being engaged in trades, and that's because this is the point where I get to where I'm like, I don't care about fantasy.
Well, now you need to get all in with the Panthers sucking. You need this to be what you focus on Sundays.
Yeah. So speaking of making changes, Buffalo Bills defense is out this week. I did pick up Tampa Bay's defense because they played the Panthers this week.
Good pickup.
So, and I made that choice because I am well aware of this Panthers offense, and I'm hopefully going to be making it to 7-6 with the help of the Tampa Bay defense, because I do have Matthew Stafford. I was able to pick up Matthew Stafford, and he's been pretty good since I picked him up. The only reason I'm projected to win right now, I believe, or to win by a big margin, is because my opponent does not have Jalen Hurts in. Let me quit talking. All right, talk. Go ahead and talk.
Joey, how about you?
I'm eliminated from the playoffs, essentially. I'm 5-7.
Oh, you're in that best ball league, and you lost quarterbacks, right?
Yeah, I lost both my quarterbacks in that league. So yeah, that was just a great one.
If you play best ball, there are no roster changes throughout the year, and you draft 2 or 3 quarterbacks. Joey drafted 2, and guess what? They're both hurt.
Was one of them Joe Burrow?
Tony, you can come in.
No, never. Anthony Richardson and Deshaun Watson. Right now, the first 9 teams are all tied for 5th. We got 5 teams tied for 5th right now, and I'm in 10th.
Now, Jamie's asking this question for one reason. He wants us to ask him how his team's doing. Should we ask him?
No, don't give him that satisfaction.
All right. Joey says no. Chandler, what do you say?
No.
Well, I am a good guy, and I want to know. Jamie, how's your team doing? Hey, Tony.
Hello.
We need to take a break. Fun hour number 1. Oh, by the way, we owe you a portal entry. Chandler, what Pirate is entering the transfer portal?
Jamari Young.
Wait, we lost Omari and Jamari in the same day?
Yep, Jamari and Omari in the portal.
Was this part of God's plan, or was this his plan?
Let me check.
God's plan.
God's plan.
God's plan.
He was a linebacker. Okay. So put him as a linebacker.
I was going to say, I'm not familiar with Jamari Young. He joins the list.
Next year we should do like a square game. Squares, transfer portal squares.
How would you play it? Because I'm down for playing a game.
Like we would buy the name. We put names of all the people.
Oh.
And then we would pick by
maybe you randomly pick the names.
Yeah.
Okay. And if your square hits,
yeah.
Hey, you can turn anything into gambling.
Hey,
and we might have found a new one.
Let's go. Let's gamble on the break.
All right. When we return, we'll get Tony's thoughts. He said, 2 weeks ago that Reich was one and done, and he didn't even get through the one. So Tony saw this one coming. We'll talk about the big moves the Panthers made and pick the games. Joey has the updated standings, and young Joey is in the lead. We'll make our picks, talk NFL, also reset, talk about ECU's new offensive coordinator when we return after this.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Make your holiday shopping a slam dunk this season with a gift certificate from Beauty Bar Medi-Spa and receive a free gift. Or put the ball in your court by shopping our 12 Days of Christmas flash sales, December 7th through the 22nd. 12 days, 12 different sales, offering tremendous savings on all Beauty Bar Medi-Spa services and products, such as Botox, filler, laser treatments, RF microneedling, facials, hair removal, and more. There's something for everyone at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa. The shot clock is running on your time to shop. Gift wrapping and shipping are available. BeautyBarMedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in Uptown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates! The brunch is back. The famous brunch buffet at Fifth Street Hardware has a variety of breakfast and lunch items from 10:30 to 2, including an omelet station and prime rib, and a special Sunday cocktail menu, including mimosa flights. Don't forget, Fifth Street Hardware has lunch specials every day, along with over 40 beers on tap. Trivia Wednesday, live music every Thursday night, and a late night menu through the weekend. Visit FifthStreetHardware.com or give them a follow on Facebook and Instagram for a weekly lineup and more. Go Pirates!
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
It's bow time. 'Tis the season for food and family, but thanks to Bojangles, you don't have to spend hours in the kitchen when loved ones come home for the holidays. Set down the spatula and put away the mixing bowls, because this holiday season, Bojangles is ready to help you celebrate with all your family favorites like Chicken Supremes, Cajun Filet Biscuits, or a big bow box of hand-breaded chicken, scratch-made biscuits, and fixins for the whole family. We'll make the food so you can focus on making memories. Head to Bojangles and gift yourself a taste of home. It's bow time.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Look at my
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Shirley, can you cut this music real quick? And I'm going to play it right over again. Because Saturday night, CM Punk returned to the WWE, and I love a good crowd pop. And we got one at the end of Survivor Series because this really was out of nowhere and surprised everybody. And I'll see if it translates to the... I'll play this song. Oh, man. Love a good crowd pop. So CM Punk's Cult of Personality hits. And then he walks out. Crowd goes wild. Love those moments. Tony Dunn, I have a question for you.
Fire away, sir.
Why do you love sports?
I don't know.
Really?
At this point, I have no idea. I was actually thinking about this today, is why the heck do I do this?
Do you love sports?
I think so.
I'll say this, growing up, you know, I've known you almost my whole life. You were not like a huge sports guy.
Just different sports.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Like hockey, who likes hockey in Greeny in Winterville, North Carolina?
I know. And plays it.
But you were not like a big, you didn't start liking the Panthers until later in life.
Till about...
Well, later in life, 18.
Yeah. I mean, crazy. I waited so
You were
long.
such an old man. But no, then you got into it.
I was a baseball kid as a kid. You know, I mean, I was a Cubs guy throughout the 80s and the 90s. And
Harry Carey.
Yeah. Ryan Sandberg, Mark Grace, the whole deal. Shawan
Dunston.
Yeah, man. So why do I love sports? I don't know. I guess it's something that we can make meaningful that doesn't mean anything. I think is kind of nice. Is like, hey, I can care about something, and then if I don't want to, really, the Panthers stinking only ruins my life, because I choose to let it.
True. Yeah, I feel that same way too. I don't know when I had that first realization, and luckily it didn't really change my love that much, but one day I realized, I'm sitting here going nuts and loving these players, and, they don't know me or care about me at all.
None.
Zero. And that was a real... Now I'm really choked up.
Yeah, it is.
That was
emotional.
A realization I had at one point, but you know what? Still love it. Still watch it. Still, just engross my life with it. Whatever.
It's we're in a tough time of loving it.
No doubt.
And I haven't been through this kind of drought with my team. This is the longest drought with my team since I started following them.
Oh, you've had bad years, but this is multiple years of badness.
We've never gone. I mean, I think I started following the Panthers when Pep went there. The following year, they go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So you're like, hey, I'm on board with this.
Then they are relevant for the next 3 years. Then, even to 08, actually. So they went a 5-year stretch where they just were a competitive team throughout.
After that,
NFC Championship one time too, and lost that.
Some lean times, but then the Cam era, and those were fun days. And Ron would always have you in the mix, pretty much.
Ron did something special for me, and that is gave me last minute hope in that season that we could then use as a springboard for future hope.
So now you've been in a situation where you've kind of come on late in the end. So you think, hey, we've done this before.
Yeah, and then you're
what does
we
Matt
can build
Rule
off of that next year,
So Ron gave you that. What did Matt Rule and Frank Reich give you?
They really started to question if I like sports. That's what they gave me.
Yeah.
The first thing, I started liking the Panthers, which was Ron Rivera and Cam Newton's first year, and we saw ups and downs of success. With Matt Rule, it was consistent losing, which I'd never seen before. I've seen ups and downs. I've seen losing with Ron Rivera, but at the same time, I've seen going to the playoffs, going to a Super Bowl.
Sure.
With Matt Rule, the past 5-6 years, it's been consistent losing. So it's just been, I question myself sometimes, why do I do this each week? Why do I put on a Luke Kuechly jersey every single Sunday? And it's because you have, I guess, it's something for years. It's been something I look forward to every single Sunday.
Sure.
And even though we stink and we kind of expect to lose each week, it's still something you look forward to.
I didn't ever expect to lose each week. Now, I do now.
Now
Yeah. Now, I feel like
Rivera,
any type of success is just accidental. It's just like
were we supposed to do this today?
I don't even get upset when bad stuff happens. I'm like,
hey, welcome to
that's
the club.
just what I expected to happen.
Yep.
It's almost like when they make a good play, I'm like, holy cow, what is this?
And that's when it gets sad. When it gets to that point in your fandom and cheering on your team.
Y'all are like talking, I feel like this is me 10, 15 years ago. The acceptance phase. You're starting to accept it. Eric, get out of here. He said David Tepper is by far way worse of an owner than Daniel Snyder. No, you got to stack decades on decades. Get out of here with this crap.
Daniel Snyder has, 20 years on David Tepper when it comes to the consistency of running a franchise into the ground.
Daniel Snyder hired Jim Zorn to be an offensive coordinator of a team before he had a head coach, couldn't find a head coach, and just said, hey, you can be the head coach. Has Tepper done anything like that? No. Until he does, shut up, Eric.
He has fired 5 head coaches in 4 years.
I'm aware. How many did Snyder fire? Marty Schottenfire. Steve Firer, Jim Fire, Jay Fruden. Who did I miss?
Fruden.
Mike Firehan. Anybody else in there? I feel like there's probably one.
Rod Rafira. That's coming soon.
Yeah.
Rod Rafira.
Which that would be the new owner firing his ass, but either way. All right.
Well, that was uplifting.
This is a Why We Love Sports Day.
Let me ask you this, Tony. On Sunday, did you have the same notion that I had? I remember telling somebody on Sunday, I think this is the straw that breaks the camel's back. I think that was it for Frank Reich on Sunday. I had a feeling.
North Turner. Forgot about him.
I had a feeling like that moment was just any second away for weeks at this point. As I think the Dallas game, as I could understand, because you're supposed to get beat up, but we just don't look competitive at all in any area, and that's just been the problem here. So I wasn't. Look, I get upset with the people that are all on Tepper's butt for being impatient, but those are the same people that are calling for Frank Reich to be fired.
Pick a lane.
Yeah, and so I think, I think there's just as much reason to fire Frank Reich. I think there's more reason to fire Frank Reich than to bank on the idea that patience into next season would be a good idea.
So, like I said, 2 weeks ago, you said Frank Reich is a one-and-done coach.
Yeah.
So, I don't remember asking if I asked you would it happen in season or after, but either way, you're not shocked at all.
That's the real question. I'm interested. So David Tepper had a second controversial press conference this week. Last year, he lost it and lost his temper. He had a temper tantrum last year when he fired Matt Rule and he dressed down Scott Fowler. This is 2 years in a row Scott Fowler's come out with a piece the following day that's like, this is why, he's like a hit piece on David Tepper. This one, though, was because David Tepper's press conference was 14 minutes long. The last 4 minutes were in a question he didn't want to field when he was walking off the stage, period. He got up there and his opening remarks were this. He pulled out a piece of paper. This was awesome to me. He pulled out a piece of paper like it was a prepared statement. And he said, the season is not what we've wanted it to be. We decided to move on from Frank Reich and some ancillary coaches. I'd just like to say these are good guys. I'll take it for questions. And it was just like, so the media got really pissed that he didn't answer questions and he didn't.
Well, Chandler said he basically like blackballed some guy.
At least that.
Like David Newton, Joe Person, Sheena Quick, obviously Scott Fowler. All those guys took to Twitter the other day.
Yeah, they were upset.
Of their displeasure. And I want
Welcome to our lane, bro.
I know. You're like, the beat writers are finally like one of us now.
Yeah. Take that, man. We've been trying to get you for an interview, whatever, Joe Person. And this is, and I've been the one raising my hand to talk to you. And you guys ain't looking at me.
And I don't know. It's like, I guess some people said that it was kind of like, I don't know, David Tepper. I don't know who's up there like saying, all right, let's go to David Newton with ESPN. But
he's got some handlers.
He's got handlers that were obviously not choosing the likes of Scott Fowler.
He was not interested in making this a long discussion. I think it would have been better to pull a Jerry Richardson in this moment and just release a press statement and not have the press conference at all. That's what basically you just did.
Then you're going to get flack for not
Fine.
having one.
But now you look like, now you're getting flack for not wanting to have it in the first place.
Is there anyone out there that can check an NFL owner? Like
Jim Irsay.
You could try to do a
Jim Irsay. He forced your guy out.
So so another owner can do it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, if you do, you could stage a walkout or whatever, but still the opposing team's fans will show up. People are going to show up at the game.
Especially when Jerry Richardson changed the game with PSLs, dude.
Yes.
Like, so people will be like, oh, stop going to the games. Don't worry. It's sold out.
Been paid for.
Yeah.
That's my point. Like, he is the big boss with the big balls.
Yeah.
And, like, he can do whatever he wants just now.
Yeah, it's just true. That's what happens when you're worth $24 billion. My question to him would have been a very simple one, and I think one that could have been answered without having to be like getting upset or going too far. It's just, why did you choose in season to let go of Frank Reich rather than at the end of the season? And that's just clearly like, is this supposed to jumpstart this? My follow-up question to that would have been, is this truly to make me consider picking the Panthers on Pirate Radio because interim coaches have a historic
that rally factor?
God, you can't do this to me, David Tepper. You should have waited the end of the season.
That's a good segue. Go ahead, Chandler.
I guess the question they were wanting to get out to him as he was walking off, it was kind of like these press briefings you see at the White House when the president or the press secretary kind of walks off and the whole crowd of media is yelling and raising their hand. Is that they wanted to know an answer on Scott Fitter and his future.
Yeah.
And I guess he just refused to answer that question.
What I think is that this press conference shows is ultimately the central problem, and that is the structure, the hierarchy that is built within the Panthers organization. Is that if David Tepper doesn't like fielding this type of questions, he doesn't like doing this,
why have one?
Why is Scott Fitter not the one holding the press conference that says, I chose to let go Frank Reich? Because he didn't.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't matter. And so what I want to fix all of this is to have a GM that does matter. And he does all of the work. And when it comes down to the moment of like, hey, I think we got to move on from Frank Reich, or I'm ready to, this is what I think we should do, that Tepper just gives the blessing. You know what I'm saying? That he's just he's
Run
just
it up to him.
Yeah, and as if
This is what we're going to do.
Yeah,
All right.
and yes, you always get the final say because you're the 24 billionaire. But this is like the whole point is that structure is the problem.
So Richardson was like that, right?
Yes.
Where he didn't have his hands in everything.
The only time you saw Jerry Richardson
was on Gene's Friday.
Was on on
With
Gene,
that face.
Or on Sundays in his box, or at the Christmas tree lighting outside of Bank of America Stadium during Christmas time. That's the only time you ever saw Jerry Richardson.
Yeah.
He just kind of he owned the team and stepped away.
Hell, he was more hands-on with the NFL than his own team. He had that big NFL shield on the midfield logo.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that. With being
hands-on. Well, moving on.
But
we got to make some picks.
Sponsored
Final thoughts
by Gillette.
Final thoughts? No.
I was just going to say, like,
what did you think of the interim guy firing Deuce Staley and McCown? What's up with that?
I think it's typical sometimes for these types of moves to be made when an interim coach takes over. One, I think another is that Chris Tabor was a holdover from the last. He was a recent hire, or at the end of Matt Rule's tenure. He just had to have. I mean, he's just got the special teams unit rocking throughout the whole time. And I think Tabor is a guy that doesn't have any loyalty ties to these guys, and I think ultimately Deuce Staley and Josh McCown kind of are Frank Reich's guys.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I don't think you'd probably be worried about them undermining him. But if you also think about it, is those coaches are the coaches of two units that have underperformed like crazy this year. Is Deuce Staley vouched for Miles Sanders, and Miles Sanders has been just terrible. And Josh McCown, who's great about talking about film with Josh Norris on Underdog Fantasy in the offseason, hasn't gotten the number one pick playing well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really. And I think we've been asking this question too. So I don't think I'm surprised like crazy is where the heck has Deuce Staley been at? I haven't seen him in any, not press conferences. I don't think I need that. But like, where's him yelling and screaming and bringing that energy on the sideline? There's not been one camera pan to him all season. Not one like noteworthy story about him or anecdote. So he's just been missing.
Joey, any thoughts you want to get in before we take a break?
No, I just thought I found it interesting because as well as that decision with firing Deuce Staley and McCown, it was also a mutual decision between Tabor and Jim Caldwell.
This is what I love. I finally got my coach.
So where is Caldwell? Is he out?
He's the offensive analyst.
Oh, so he's
like,
and Thomas Brown is the play caller.
Hey, back again, huh?
I love some Jim Caldwell.
I know.
I finally got my black Frank Reich.
Do you know, or do you think that your guy, who's the guy?
Tabor.
Who's the guy you want to chance?
Steve Wilkes.
Oh.
Is there any chance his name?
No.
That's done.
I don't think he would do it.
Right.
I think Wilkes is the type of guy, you had your chance, you didn't take it, I'm not going back.
Now, Mully's a Charlotte guy.
And I think Wilkes would know, too, I think Wilkes would know right away that it would actually be the same situation he was in Arizona, which is set up to be a one-and-done coach.
He's already been through that crap.
Trying to maybe a storyline that would make Panther fans, throwing them a bone for 5 minutes until that didn't work out. No, I don't think. I think it's John Harbaugh, man.
Jim Harbaugh.
Jim.
Oh, boy.
Take this with a grain of salt.
I've been doing this all week because as soon as Tabor was named interim, I was like, oh, could he be the next John Harbaugh?
Because he's a special teams guy. I told Chandler.
And so I was so nervous coming in here to say this right now, and I bumbled it.
And you fumbled. Yeah, I told Chandler, hey, because Chandler said, man, we failed with a defensive guy, failed with an offensive guy. I said, hey, you need to go the John Harbaugh route.
Or what's the guy that he used to be? I've asked this 10 times on my podcast, and every time they tell me the name too, and I forget it right away, is former Giants coach, won Super Bowls. He was a special teams coach.
Tom Coughlin?
Nope. The one.
Parcells?
Well, Joe Judge went there to be a special
Was it
team.
Tom Coughlin they won the Super Bowls with?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think of somebody else that he was.
Joe Judge went from the Patriots to the Giants and was an absolute joke and said his organization wasn't a clown show, and they were. Shirley, take us to break. We'll come back. We got to make some picks. Young Joey in the lead. So he will.
Jim Fossil.
Oh, yeah. That was, we are making the playoffs. We are making the playoffs. We're going to win these games. We'll take a break, come back. He, I guess, took them to the Super Bowl and they got crushed by the Ravens. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, Friday after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, number 16 for your ECU Pirates. And with the holidays approaching, I want to let everyone know that my Still I Rise t-shirts are in stock at Shimmer Boutique. We are excited to announce that adult and youth sizes are now available. Visit Shimmer today on Greenville Boulevard or message them on their Facebook or Instagram page if you live out of town. Thank you for your support, go Pirates, and happy holidays.
The holiday tradition is back. It's the Nutcracker, presented by Dance Arts Theater. The Nutcracker will be at Wright Auditorium on the campus of ECU December 9th and 10th. Saturday has a 2 p.m. matinee and a 7 p.m. evening show. Sunday has a 2 p.m. matinee. Get your tickets now by going online at tickets.ecu.edu. Proceeds from this event will benefit the Maynard Children's Hospital at ECU Health and Medical Center in Greenville. Celebrate the season with the Nutcracker, presented by Dance Arts Theater.
Basketball season is Bud Light season. Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. Whether you're headed to watch a game in person or a viewing party with friends, be sure to pick up or order some Bud Light and enjoy the game. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this basketball season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game, and please drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
Take a break from the holiday hustle and bustle with a visit to Jersey Mike's. I'm Wes Shepard, your local Jersey Mike's franchisee in Eastern North Carolina for over 25 years. Let us treat you the best subs in town. We can also take care of any of your catering needs this holiday season, large or small. Plus, we partner with many third-party delivery services that can bring your meal to you. Jersey Mike's, open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Everybody likes Jersey Mike's.
Everybody likes Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's.
'Tis the season, Pirates. It's Lindsey Gray with Carolina Caliber. Holiday cheer is here along with our biggest sale of the year. The unbeatable Black Friday markdowns are ones you don't want to miss. With the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC, you'll find exceptional deals on tons of brands including Springfield, Benelli, Smith & Wesson, Browning, Sig Sauer, Bergara, Henry, Beretta, Ruger, Glock, Federal, Hornady, Winchester, and the list goes on. Come find the perfect gift at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Wings Over has always been a great go-to for dinner or a late-night snack, and it still is. But did you know you don't have to wait for dinner to get Wings Over? That's right. Wings Over Greenville is now open for lunch 7 days a week. Get Wings Over for lunch and have it delivered right to the office. Wings Over also caters so everyone at work can enjoy. Wings Over Greenville has over 20 flavors to choose from, including the limited edition Cajun garlic flavor. Order today by going online at wingsover.com or by calling 758-9464. Wings Over, they deliver.
We are talking with the legendary Greg Lassiter, champions of Greenville.com. And I say that because very few businesses last 10 years, 20 years. You're getting ready to celebrate your 40th year at Champions Health and Fitness.
This next coming July will make 40 years. I started out in Aden with 3 pieces of equipment and didn't even have a bathroom for people to use. So it's come a long ways.
Champions Health and Fitness. Give the address and the phone number.
4190 Bayswater Drive, Winterville, North Carolina. Our phone number is 353-0544.
You can find Champions right behind the Fire Tower on Fire Tower Road. Champions Health and Fitness.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is Carter Spivey, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. Shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. And Bud Light reminds Pirate fans to always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, we got to focus up. We got a lot to talk about today, so I'm already behind on a Brian North interview. Maybe we can fit it all in the 5 o'clock
All right, I'll see you
later, Tony. Before you go, though, I got a few questions to ask you. By the way, there's a lot of buys this week, so good luck with your fantasy team. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
And it's my Super Bowl. My Commanders versus Shirley's Dolphins. That should go well. But we will start by saying young Joey has captured the lead. Oh, Joey, you had a new rule you wanted to implement.
I did. I wanted to do like a bogey game this week. So in the order of last to first, you get to choose a game that you are certain of, like your game of the week. And if it hits, you get +2. If it doesn't, you get -2.
I have one issue with that.
What's that?
Danny Bill's not here.
That's on him.
Okay.
I'll text him and he'll give me his.
So to explain the rules, Chandler, you are in last place. You get to pick any game he wants.
He gets the whole slate, and then we can't pick what he's picked.
And you get a 2-pointer if you get that game right. So we can go along with our picks and
then
Danny
go
would
back
just have
into
to pick out of the ones that are.
And I'll put a star by it.
Yeah.
And we'll do it that way. All right, we'll start with Colts at Titans. Jamie's Colts versus Chad's Titans. It's starting to get to what are they playing for season. And the Colts are still playing for something. I'm sick of picking the Titans. So
they've been good at home, though, the Titans, I think.
I know.
4-1.
Damn. I'm still taking the Colts.
Me too.
Titans.
And I'm guessing we don't have DB's picks yet?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, Chandler.
I'm going to go Titans.
You are a Titans. You've picked them every week. And I respect it. Tony, you said Colts?
Yeah.
All right. Chargers at Pats. Now, God.
Do you know what's awesome about this is somebody was doing one of the pick'ems at AJ's, and they were talking about this game. I said, oh, it's the Chargers, man. It's got to be. And then wait a second. The Chargers don't win either.
I hate the Chargers. I don't want to pick the Chargers.
I am.
But I'll pick them. I'll pick them in this game.
Give me the Chargers.
I can't stand
them. They're awful.
Who?
The Chargers.
So's the Patriots.
Yeah, Keenan Allen, though, questionable.
They stink.
Joey Bosa out. Nick Bosa, I meant.
We interrupt these picks because right now, Parker Bird is at Shimmer on Greenville Boulevard signing autographs. And his shirts are available for sale, $25 in adult and youth sizes. And Ellerby is there on the scene and will tell us what's going on. What's up, Ellerby?
What's up, Clipper? Got a lot of Christmas shoppers here at Shimmer getting in the holiday spirit. And Parker Bird playing the role of Santa Claus today, selling some shirts and signing some autographs. Parker, exciting day to be at Shimmer Boutique.
That's right. Yeah, we're having a great time down here on Greenville Boulevard. Come by, see us, and we're having a great time.
The cool thing is, Parker, by popular demand, youth shirts are available. So we got a lot of kids in here. You've already signed a bunch of autographs in the first 8 to 10 minutes here at Shimmer, and the shirts are flying off the shelf. So you're going to be here till 6:30, and we'll sign autographs as long as the shirts are in stock, and we'll reload if we have to. But should be a fun night.
That's right. Yeah, the new shirts are up. They look good. So come by and get one. Come by and see us.
What a great Christmas gift. So have you been surprised that your shirt's been so popular? People have been flying off the shelf every time we've done a promotion with you.
Yeah, I mean, that just shows Pirate Nation. They're so elite. The fans here are amazing. So it's been surprising, but Nothing new.
Everybody wants a Parker Bird shirt for Christmas, and you can get it at Shimmer Boutique. If you're listening out of town, you can message them on Instagram or Facebook, and they can get you one and ship it to you. And Parker, everybody wants a Parker Bird shirt, but what does Parker Bird want for Christmas?
Let's see. I want clothes. Clothes are good for everybody, so clothes and shoes.
Clip likes to wear sleeveless shirts now. Would you like a sleeveless shirt for Christmas?
I'll let Clip have that one. But hopefully, actually, I want Washington Commanders rebuild.
Yes, I'm with them there.
You got Clip excited with that. I hear him screaming in the studio. So maybe we'll get matching Commander shirts for you. But it's a lot of fun, Clip. We're out here at Shimmer Boutique. I'm holding up the line, so we're going to get back at it. So send people by just right behind the Starbucks here on Greenville Boulevard. Parker Bird here till 6:30. Youth and adult shirts available. And come on out. And once again, if you live out of town, just Instagram or Facebook Shimmer, and they can get you a Parker Bird shirt or anything else they have in their store. They have a great selection of Yeti and all sorts of other apparel. So men, women, and children, Shimmer, a great place to shop for the holidays.
All right, man, those Parker Bird shirts are very popular, and folks will be excited to know they now have an opportunity to get them and get a Parker Bird autograph right there at Shimmer on Greenville Boulevard. And yes, I echo. I'll add that to my Christmas list as well. Commanders rebuild. Well said, Parker Bird. All right, back to the picks. Let's go Lions at Saints. What happened to the Lions on Thanksgiving?
Jordan Love elevated and showed that he can be a good quarterback in this league.
I'm going to say the Lions bounce back. Since we've last talked,
Didn't they have a comeback win the week before against the Chargers?
It was against somebody at home, yeah. I don't remember who it was against. Since we've last talked, the Falcons all of a sudden have new life in the South. Of course, every team could if the Panthers showed up this year, but that's the way that division is.
Hey, we're still not eliminated.
I know. Chandler came in here talking about that on Monday.
Super lovely.
I'm taking the Lions at New Orleans.
Same.
Lions.
I screwed up last week and thought that Jameis was going to give me the edge over the Falcons.
Me too.
He was too busy singing Ludacris.
I mean, when Ludacris is singing, dropping from the ceiling, you got to join in. Chandler, make a pick.
Give me the Saints.
Falcons at Jets.
Like that.
Aaron Rodgers is what?
He is not cleared for football activities, I think.
Not yet.
But
running around and throwing the football.
Okay.
Or jogging around. With his, what has he got? Like a pig tendon in there or something? Whatever this surgery, this experimental surgery is, if it works, dude, everybody's gonna get that.
I've seen the conspiracy theories of he never tore his Achilles and that he was just trying to.
He left to go do some more ayahuasca.
But
nah, that's not true. I saw that Achilles get torn.
You saw the calf pop.
CGI.
Oh, deep fake.
Yeah.
AI.
I'm taking the Jets at home over the Falcons. Why? Don't ask me why. Just make a pick.
Falcons on the road.
Jets.
Who the heck is their quarterback?
Jets.
Yeah.
Tim Boyle.
Sticking with Boyle.
Boyle rules.
Poor Zach
Wilson.
Poor Zach Wilson. I mean, I don't think he's been. That offensive line is terrible, dude. Why is it that he is the problem with that? I mean, I don't think anybody could throw behind that offensive line.
He's also shown that he's not a good quarterback.
I wish I could cuss on this show.
Why?
So I could say, he effing sucks.
Really?
He's not good.
You better be thankful for him, because I saw Bryce Young's quarterback rating is second worst amongst all quarterbacks, and Zach Wilson was the worst.
Let's go to Tony Dunn on location at CarolinaCatChronicles.com. If you are shopping for your Christmas stuff, go to CarolinaCatChronicles.com and get a "You Make Me Effing Sick" t-shirt.
Are those available?
Yeah.
All right, good. Who's your pick in this game?
The Atlanta Falcons.
Okay. Cardinals at Steelers.
Super Bowl rematch.
Give me Steelers by 3. I think every game they play is within 3.
I'm going to take the Cardinals.
Ooh.
Where's it at?
In Pittsburgh.
This is a Super Bowl rematch. of a great catch by Santonio Holmes and a great effort and great game by Larry Fitzgerald. That was a great Super Bowl.
And James Harrison returned the interception.
Man, that was a great Super Bowl.
I'm going to take the Steelers, Kenny Pickett surging late in the season to make everybody kind of like, what do we do?
I think he also stinks.
Is Clayton Tune at quarterback for the Cardinals?
No, I think it's
Kyler Murray, right?
Yeah, for like 2 weeks now.
Who you got?
Cardinals.
Yeah, who you got?
Steelers.
All right. Dolphins at Manders.
Dolphins.
Jack Del Rio gone. Ron Rivera soon to join him.
Is Ron really calling the defense?
I don't know. I don't care.
Go Dolphins.
That's like my most confident game there.
Chandler, will you say something?
Dolphins.
Say a word.
Dolphins.
What are you doing over there?
Waiting for it to be my turn.
When you hear silence and us three have picked, that should tip you off.
This guy.
Say a word. Make a pick.
He said Dolphins.
All right, you go first this game so we can go ahead and do this. Broncos at Texans. Oh, my God, this is a great game. Let's take a break. We're saving this game. This is the game of the week.
What? Do you want me to pick?
Nope. I want you to wait.
Be quiet. Don't say a word. Don't say a word.
Pick. Let's take a break. Let's take a break. Let's go to break. We'll have Chandler's pick right after this.
Tell your children not to walk my way. Tell your children not to hear my words. What they mean, what they say, mother.
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock in the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
'Tis the championship season. That's right. Not only did Honda bring home 6 dirt bike championship titles this year, they're also bringing home big savings on your favorite motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. And now you can see them all at Ron Aayers Motorsports during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. Is your family ready to hit the dirt? Then check out the CRF line of trail bikes. And during this holiday season, if you buy a CRF 50F or CRF 110F, you'll also receive a Lawrence Brothers replica throttle jockey graphics kit. Talk about getting in the holiday spirit and saving big. Are you itching to head out on the open road? Then hop on the iconic Goldwing. It's the ultimate touring machine, offering the latest in comfort, luxury, and technology. The Honda Gifts That Go sales event is your chance to embrace the holiday spirit and some amazing deals. So whether it's a 2-wheeled Honda, ATV, or a side-by-side for the whole family, head to Ron Aayers Motorsports on Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville. But hurry, because these offers won't last long.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-styled restaurant and bar, and there's always something special happening at the Rick House. Join us for lunch. It's our 2 for $20 lunch special during the week, and it's the perfect spot for that lunch business meeting. The Rick House celebrates the last Thursday of every month with a special wine tasting, and our buffet brunch is to die for. Follow the Rick House on Facebook for the latest schedule. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville. The Rick House.
East Coast
Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Seared Shop House, Greenville's go-to restaurant for premium scratch-made entrees paired with an impressive selection of wines and cocktails. Seared Shop House. Whether you're celebrating an anniversary, birthday, a special night out, or just want to have the best meal in town, come see why Seared is the place where great atmosphere and great food collide. Seared is now open for lunch Monday through Friday, and be sure to stop in for the best brunch in town Saturday and Sunday. They also offer pickup and delivery. Head to SearedShopHouse.com for online ordering.
This is Ryan McChrystal from ECU Baseball, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live Friday. We got to get through the remainder of these picks. Boy, did not have this one on the Good Game Bingo card a month ago.
Texans. Texans.
I like your style, Chandler. I like your style. Broncos at Texans. I told you a few weeks ago the Broncos will be surging.
Gosh, they went 5 in a row.
I think is it that many?
Make your pick! make your damn pick! Y'all quit talking and make your pick!
Talk to him, Chad.
We got 8 minutes left until 5 o'clock.
I look, I like this bit you're
Stop
doing right
talking!
now. But it's different. It is different. Because you were just sitting there in silence, yawning. So you see how it's different. I'm going to take the Broncos because I'm going to practice what I preach. Tony. You got to stick with your boy. You were a little bit ahead of the C.J. Stroud curve.
All right, I'll stick with them. Texans. Broncos are playing well right now, though.
Yeah.
Pick them.
Joey.
I said Texans.
All right. Panthers at Bucks.
Bucks.
Panthers.
Wow. I would choose the Panthers if they were at home.
Tony, interim coach.
I'm going Panthers, baby. I learned my lesson last time.
I'm going Bucks.
Hey, wait a minute. You jerk.
It doesn't work in all cases. Browns at Rams. Browns are fading.
Yeah, Rams.
I'll take the Rams.
Browns.
All right. And they got who at quarterback? Didn't PJ play last week?
DTR. No.
Remember that kid had the bloody
I think he
lip?
went out.
DTR went out.
He's questionable. I didn't know if he was benched.
Why? Did he get a concussion? I saw him with a bloody lip at one point.
Yeah, he takes a lot of late hits.
All right, game.
He must be black.
Game what?
That's what they allow that for black quarterbacks.
Oh, is this a Cam Newton thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know what was going on for a second there. 49ers at Eagles. Game of the day.
Eagles are a home dog. You got to be kidding me. Give me the Eagles.
Are they really?
3 points.
Yes, which is bizarre. I want the Eagles too. I would have picked them as a favorite. Now I'm mad that they're underdogs.
Yeah,
Come on. What is
I love this.
Give me the 49ers.
Hell yeah, give me the 49ers.
Why?
Oh, Clip.
This line is telling you to take the 49ers.
Telling you what to do.
I know. Well, you're not listening. Y'all refuse to listen. Niners.
Why could it even be like this?
Why's it got to be like that? I don't.
Why? How? I mean, what have the Eagles done to even deserve this?
That's a great question. They're 10-1.
It's just one of those things you don't question.
I question this.
You listen. You use your eyes and listen.
Jalen Hurts, awesome. Brock Purdy, okay. It's good.
Okay.
They are not. This is the two best. The talent on the rosters is equivalent. It's not like San Francisco has a better roster and is underperforming.
Do we still believe in the 3 points for a home team theory? Because if so, you're saying the Niners are 6 points better. It's kind of crazy, but it's telling you to take the Niners.
People in the chat are saying,
I'm telling you, smart money's on Philly. That's what I'm telling you. That's what this line tells me. Smart money on Philly.
People in the chat are saying Joe Flacco is the starting quarterback for the Browns.
The elite one.
Why can't Cam Newton would have been perfect?
Oh my God. Chiefs at Packers.
Chiefs.
I'll take Chiefs. Bengals at Jags. That's not that interesting.
Jags.
How about the Jags?
How about them? That they're mediocre.
How about them Bengals? Garbage.
Their record says otherwise. I mean, they're 8-3.
They just still aren't great though.
I
For
agree.
some reason,
they're playing a bad schedule.
Jags.
Good win against Houston last week. That was a great game. Yeah, it was. We're all taking the Jags. Chandler, your pick of the week.
My pick of the week is going to be. Let me look at this.
Hurry up.
Speak.
Hurry up, dude.
Tonight, buddy.
Pissing me off.
I'm going to go.
Oh, my God. I can't stand you.
Chiefs over the Packers.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to put a little star by that, or a little asterisk. All right, Tony. Pick of the week.
You go, Joey. Do I gotta? Oh, it's got to go in the order.
I mean, we can pass you if you'd like us to.
Because I'm gonna go Dolphins Commander.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Just to drop the boys on the table.
No, please don't.
I'm taking the 49ers.
Oh.
Pick of the week.
Sticky one.
Pick of the week.
I'm gonna go. I hate this, but I have to. Chargers.
All right. There you go. We'll see. We'll get DB's picks and get his pick of the week as well. Tony, so are you still rolling through business as usual?
Yeah. It's been, we had a good week, though. I mean, we had a lot to talk about. But I tell you this, is when I open Twitter and people are talking about, the draft in week 11, I'm like, oh, God, this is going to be a long one.
What was the reaction between the panel of the C3 Panther podcast with the Frank Reich news?
Yeah, it's unsurprising. It's like, it's not out of nowhere.
Any early candidates from the panel?
They want, right now, is people are hot on Ben Slovic, who is, I think that's his name, something Slovic, because I'm probably confusing him with Ben Johnson. But Ben Johnson is the hot name out of Detroit,
who didn't want our job last year.
And Slovic is the offensive coordinator for the Texans, who has gotten C.J. Stroud cooking.
So post game, and I know the position you're in, it gets more into big picture talk than the actual game. Nobody will be actually recapping Panthers Bucks on Sunday, probably.
Unless we get that interim bump.
Oh, yeah. Unless you get that dub. Thanks, Tony.
All right, man. Thank you.
And congrats on all the stuff you're doing, the push-ups.
Oh, I'm done with them. Thank God. They're
3,000?
all done. 3,000 and through the month of November.
Damn. That's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. Morgan Ahlers, Mark Greenhalgh, Brian North, when we return. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, number 16 for your ECU Pirates. And with the holidays approaching, I want to let everyone know that my Still I Rise t-shirts are in stock at Shimmer Boutique. We are excited to announce that adult and youth sizes are now available. Visit Shimmer today on Greenville Boulevard or message them on their Facebook or Instagram page if you live out of town. Thank you for your support, go Pirates, and happy holidays.
Turkey, ham, bacon, these and other meats are great around the holidays and every other day, but they all leave behind grease when you cook them, and grease is a real pain in the drain. When you pour grease down a drain, it cools and can clog sewer lines. That can lead to sewer spills, which are messy, bad for the environment, and can also be expensive. Never pour grease down the drain. Instead, collect it in a container like a used soup can or jar. Let it cool and throw it away in the trash. Together, we can protect our sewer system and the environment. For more information, go to guc.com. DavidPriceConstruction.com.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
The time is now to celebrate your holiday fiesta at Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville. Chico's is the perfect place to get all your dear amigos together for some Mexican food and fun this holiday fiesta season. Call Chico's now to make a reservation for any large or small fiesta with all of your amigos. Also, remember to put a smile on your amigos' faces this holiday season with the perfect gift, a Chico's gift card. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville. Happy holidays from Chico's.
Defense! Defense!
What are you doing?
You haven't heard? Carolina Hardscapes has the best defense in Pitt County. And you know defense wins championships.
What? No. They have the best fence company in Pitt County.
Wait, they do fencing now?
That's right. Just give them a call at 364-1201 and they'll get the job done right. And don't forget, they still do patios, pools, and mulch.
Wow, now that's a championship caliber company. Carolina Hardscapes. Enjoy the outdoors.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
The best place to go before hitting the water is Pirate Waters Outfitter in Washington. This is Captain Bo Brooks, and at Pirate Waters Outfitters, we are the best specialty store in eastern North Carolina for fly fishing with the best rods and reels. We have a custom rod and net builder right on site, Camacho Rod Works. Look your best with some of our new outdoor apparel. Everything you need to chase fish on the fly is at Pirate Waters Outfitter on Market Street, right next door to Breaking Bread. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. We are Pirate Waters Outfitters.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers in Greenville at Bells Fort, in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street, and coming soon, or actually not coming soon, it is now open on Greenville Boulevard in the Old Pizza Inn location. And this holiday season, let the magic begin with the Hilton Greenville. Turn your events into unforgettable celebrations with a holiday event package with classic decorations and a tasty custom menu. Your guests are sure to feel the holiday cheer. From setup to cleanup, decor, and more, the Hilton has it covered for you. Make this holiday season stress-free and let the Hilton Greenville do all the work for you. Visit the Hilton Greenville's website or call 353-3058 to book your unforgettable experience. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All righty, a couple things we learned today. First, we not know punks. We learned that from Caleb LeCount. Pirates beating UNCW last night. Also learned that John David Baker will be ECU's next offensive coordinator coming over for Ole Miss. He was the tight ends coach. He was the co-offensive coordinator, and he will coordinate the Pirates offense in 2024. We will talk about that and more with Morgan Ahlers, who joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line on this Friday. Morgan, how you doing, man?
Doing good, Cliff. How about yourself, my friend?
Doing all right, Morgan. Heard some candidates kind of floating out there, and I was told that a coach from Ohio State, a young coach Bailey, was in the mix. Chad Morris's name came up, which is a coach a lot of folks are familiar with, and this John David Baker from Ole Miss. And looks like the Pirates got their guy, went pretty swiftly with it, so that's a good thing, and brought in a guy coming over for a good offense. So what's your take on John David Baker being the new offensive coordinator with the Pirates?
Really, I never obviously really heard of him prior to this week, to be honest with you, but you look at his coaching pedigree, some of the guys that he's worked with, including Lane Kiffin for the last few years, and sounds like an up-and-coming coach that can bring a lot of excitement to the Pirate offense, and hopefully that's going to be the case. I mean, Coach Houston, looking at it, made a really good hire on this one. So, but of course, there's, it's funny because you look online, and which is always maybe a good thing, and it's a bad thing to do, and you just never can please some people. They could have brought in John Gruden as offensive coordinator, or Peyton Manning, and then somebody would have said he'd been too old with too big of a head. So it doesn't matter. It's just, I think it's a great hire by Coach Houston, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch this program move forward.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're a detractor of this move, I don't know why. If you are shouting from the rooftops that it's the greatest hire ever, I don't know why. We talked about that, Chandler, right before the show, that we just don't know how it's going to work out. So I do like that it was made swiftly. And again, I like kind of what you said, Morgan, just his pedigree. I like that. I think we're going to maybe see things open up a little bit. My thing is, though, I know you had to make this move, and overall this is more important than a quarterback, but I'm way more interested in who is our quarterback next year, and it's probably not somebody on the roster right now. They're going to have to bring in one of those. So that is the next big domino to drop. Obviously, you're going to maybe see some offensive staff changes as well, but the quarterback thing is number one priority for me right now.
Yeah, I think you definitely have to go in the portal for one. What do you bring in two? I think there's obviously you've only got Raheem Jeter and Alex Flynn on the roster as of right now. Alex still has some decisions probably he's going to make, whether he stays, does he go on to medical school or whatever his case may be. Does he stay and compete, under the new regime? Who knows? I know you've got a high school quarterback coming in, and one of the Hodge boys, I think from Tennessee, I believe. All indications are that he's very talented, very bright quarterback with a lot of upside. But I think you've got to get one. You might have to go out and get two quarterbacks and bring both in and say, hey, whoever wins the job wins the job. Are you man enough to fight for it? Because there's a whole lot of quarterbacks in the portal. There's a whole lot of players in the portal. And, and I've said this for several years now, the downside is that the big people that get hurt in this whole transfer portal thing are the true high school players that are coming in, because there's not enough spots for them anymore. So, they're trickling down to the FCS level and some lower divisions, and those programs are getting better because of that. And then they transfer and want to go play for a Division I school, so there you go.
The circle of the new college football life, well explained there, I think, by Morgan Ahlers joining us. Morgan, we're going to get at least one, you would think, out of the portal, maybe two, like you said, and we are going to lose at least one to the portal. Mason Garcia announcing he has transferred in, and we saw Mason Garcia, the player on the field, just didn't work out for whatever reason here at East Carolina. I was able to meet Mason on an occasion or two. Very respectful young man. Everybody I talked to said he is a great kid, and you've had more interaction with him than I have. So just your thoughts on him, because it seems like he handled a pretty rough situation well, and I know, didn't have the success he wanted on the field, but handled it about as good as you could.
Again, first-class young man. Wish him well in the future. Hopefully everything works out the way he wants it to. It didn't work out here at East Carolina. for him. But he's got a future ahead, a bright future. Smart young man. Hopefully, he can go out and find a place that he can call home, and if it's quarterback that he wants to be, maybe, Godspeed and everything work out great for him. If it's something else he wants to do, I'm sure he'll do great at whatever he does. I wish him well. Wish all the transfers well.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't think very few of them left because they didn't like the program. They just didn't, want to be in the situation they were in, whether it's playing time or lack thereof.
Yeah.
You play the sport because you want to play. Find some place that you can go play.
And by the way, I got some, I hadn't brought this up, Chandler. I got some TMZ style news for folks.
Break it.
Blake Harrell was eating at a local establishment on Wednesday in Greenville, North Carolina.
I can confirm that because I saw him there.
Wow, okay. So, Morgan, as of this Wednesday, Blake Harrell is still here in Greenville. That is positive because we are a little worried with the way that team, that side of the ball played this year, that folks might be coming after him for his services.
Well, they did a great job, and the team that he put together on the defensive side of the ball, those guys really, like playing for each other. And then you really haven't seen a whole lot of transition this year as of right now from the defensive side of the ball. And, I think they enjoy getting after it and playing that style of defense. I think if keep Coach Harrell, keep the staff, and, keep the bulk of those players on the defensive side of the ball, they're going to keep us in a lot of games next year. And the offense, with all due respect, has nowhere to go but up. And, I think that's going to come next year. I think they'll bring in some players that will make an immediate impact. And, it doesn't take very many. As you've seen a lot of programs the last couple of years, you bring in one or two guys that all of a sudden things could change. I mean, look, and I'm going to say this, this week it came out that Aaron Rodgers might be coming into the 21-day IR list of being able to practice without being on the roster after tearing his Achilles. But who'd have thought last year, going into this season, there'd be this much talk about the New York Jets? And one player came in that was able to make that buzz happen.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it's Aaron Rodgers, don't get me wrong, but that's the impact that one good player can have for a team and a whole psyche of a team. And, with new offensive coordinator and you get a quarterback and you get some linemen in here and a couple wideouts, things can happen pretty quick.
Morgan Ahlers joining us. Robert, good question. We'll get into some of that more next week, but he says, my question is, who is JDB going to hire on offense? He said, has he ever had to hire before? I would say that answer would be probably no. Only 33-year-olds. What connections does he have? All good questions, Robert. And I don't know. We'll dive into that more next week because we are pressed for time. And I want to ask Morgan Ahlers how much fun he had last night inside of Minges Coliseum.
That was a lot of fun. Of course, I think the first half, I thought, I didn't know if we'd get out of there before 10 o'clock the way the fouls were.
Oh, my God. I hadn't even brought up that awful ref last night.
It was wow. But, I don't even want to get into the specific, if it's a specific referee or not. I saw some posts about it.
He sucked. He was awful.
Around for the Pirates.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there were 7 down at halftime and came back, battled back, and, UNCW has got a fun program to watch. Shaquem Phillips, the young man from,
South Central, yeah. He was good, Morgan.
He was very good. He did a great job out there. I was very happy to see him come back into Williams Arena and play. And, it's fun to watch. And I think East Carolina, missed Ezra last night. But, Caleb LeCount, he might be 5'1". I mean, he's tiny. And but he's fearless, man. He'll go down the lane and he'll go up against anybody in there. Finds a way to get his shot off. I thought Bobby Pettiford showed what kind of player he can be.
Yeah.
And it seems like East Carolina all season long has had one guy and another maybe half guy step up.
Yeah, and it's been different guys, yeah.
It's been different guys, and if they ever get to the point where all of them start, playing to their capability in the same game, they got a chance to be pretty good.
Maryland Eastern Shore next, and then South Carolina in Minges Coliseum. So they'll see if they can keep the momentum going. Mike Schwartz was fired up after that one last night. It was fun to see. Morgan, enjoyed it, man. Have a good weekend, and we will catch up with you again next Friday and talk more sports with you.
Sounds great. You guys have a great weekend.
Thank you, sir. There is the DJ Captain Morgan Ahlers joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line.
Talk about Caleb LeCount going to the basket. His Euro step last night and the dips he do for two was nasty.
They got a little some oohs and ahs from the crowd. Where's Joey during these games?
Good question.
See, so yesterday's game, I was studying for my final that I took today.
All right.
How did the final go?
Who cares? It's all about athletics, not academics. How about next Saturday? Where are you going to be?
I will be in town, so I would like to go to a game.
All right, yeah, you need to come hang out with us.
I want to go to the volleyball game if they win tomorrow.
Okay, all right. By the way, East Carolina serving it up.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, what do you say? Throwing out the first pitch, tip-off, kickoff. What do you say for volleyball? Serving? First serve set for 6 o'clock at Minji's.
Serving it up at 6 o'clock.
$5 to go see postseason volleyball and get loud and get proud.
If every sport's different, then what do you say for tennis?
First serve.
We had.
They don't have to be different.
Yeah.
That's
there a
what you
rule
call
that
it.
has to be different?
Yeah, why'd you make this rule up?
Because if you can't say clamp down for the men's.
That's different. What are you doing?
The goalposts are moving here, ladies and gentlemen.
What are you doing?
Can't say goalpost. That's
What a terrible
thing.
combination.
Right, you got me on that one.
Let's take a break. You all right, man?
He got so offended right
You
there.
all right?
This is how you feel when I say something stupid? Good God. Now I don't blame you.
All right, we'll run the Bride North interview when we return. Pirate Radio Live, back with you on a Friday after this.
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, number 16 for your ECU Pirates. And with the holidays approaching, I want to let everyone know that my Still I Rise t-shirts are in stock at Shimmer Boutique. We are excited to announce that adult and youth sizes are now available. Visit Shimmer today on Greenville Boulevard or message them on their Facebook or Instagram page if you live out of town. Thank you for your support, go Pirates, and happy holidays.
Basketball season is Bud Light season. Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. Whether you're headed to watch a game in person or a viewing party with friends, be sure to pick up or order some Bud Light and enjoy the game. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this basketball season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game, and please drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
Let me show you what goes on behind the scenes when making a Shaq-a-Roni. Bust it. We created Shaq-a-Roni my way, an extra large pizza topped with extra cheese and extra pepperoni. It's a simple recipe. We take everything you love, then we build it bigger. Pizza gets bigger when you Shaq-a-Roni.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear is your one-stop shop to help promote your business and always provide superior customer service. No matter what apparel you need for your team or customers, University Sportswear can make it happen. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. University Sportswear, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Go Pirates!
For the latest from the world of golf. Tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
This is Parker Bird from ECU Baseball, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything around?
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. East Plumbing, Viva Electric, and Roland Black Heating and Cooling have teamed up to form New Blue Service Group, offering Eastern North Carolina the best in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Same great local team, same great local service, just a new name. For plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services, go to callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. And the Buccaneer Music Hall has all the fun for your Sunday Fun Day covered. Every Sunday, kick off the day at the Buck with the largest 4K screen in Greenville, along with 18 TVs. They have mimosa specials, a Bloody Mary menu, and pizza all day from Pizza Hut. And don't forget the weekly jersey giveaway starting at 5 o'clock. Score every Sunday at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, back with you. You got quarterback news, Chandler? Are you working to confirm? Where's that guy you had beside you the other day that kept confirming all your
I don't know.
college football news?
To the portal.
All right. Well, we'll work to confirm that. As we do, talked to Brian North earlier this afternoon. Wanted to hear that interview as we talk ECU and more. So let's get to that right now. North, how you doing, man?
Doing great, Clipper. Finishing up the high school football season here with state semifinals tonight, and then it's into the holidays, and then maybe I'll start thinking about college basketball in January.
Well, I will bring up college basketball in a moment. It is your decision whether or not you want to talk about it, because this is America, and it is a free country. Brian, my question of the day, and what we're talking about, because I was reminded by a couple of things last night as to why I love sports. And I wanted to ask you, Brian, why do you currently love sports?
The unscripted drama, the storylines, the watching people succeed while watching other people fail and see how they handle failure. It's the greatest drama out there. And so I just, you like to see people do extraordinary things, and you like to see how people react when there's pressure on them. So I've never been a hardcore fan of teams. I'm a fan of people, and I'm a fan of entertainment, and so that's my really long answer to why I like sports.
And a good one at that. Fun to see rivalries, Brian, and back and forth, and had some of that last night. Our section was taken over by UNCW fans, so to quench my thirst with Seahawk tears at the end of it was fantastic, but makes it fun, man. Just back and forth, and there was nothing, dirty or negative or ugly about it. They had fun in the first half. Pirate fans had fun in the second half, and we all went home and went back to our miserable lives after it. So, it's all the same.
And how did Shaquem Phillips do? Did he have a big contingent there? Because that was the storyline going in that fascinated me.
I first walked up to, and my parents were already there. My mom had already talked up his entire family. They were sitting next to us. So, yes, he had a crowd, a fan base there. And that's another thing I love about it. Watching him and Bobby Pettiford, a couple of Eastern North Carolina guys, go at it in a big-time, Division I college basketball game, guarding one another. And Bobby even talked about after the game, while there was trash talk apparently last year with these teams, he talked about how much he respected Phillips and how much fun that was to go against the guy he's known for a long time.
Yeah, and it's, Shaquem, I know he was talking up the whole UNCW's where he always wanted to go angle, but you had to know that there was something there. I'm not sure ECU even offered him. I can't remember, but they didn't really go after him hard. And so for him to come back to play in his backyard for the first time, I know he traveled a couple years ago with UNC Wilmington, but was injured, didn't play. So for him, that one chance to come back his fifth year senior and go in front of a home crowd, I'm sure that was pretty special for him. So, those are the storylines that I love, always the games within the game.
And boy, I hadn't reviewed the film, Brian, and probably won't, but it seemed like when they were going through him in the first half, they were having a lot of success. Started going to the big lefty a lot in the second half and just came up with empty possessions. And when he had the ball, I was nervous. When his teammates had it last night, I was a lot less nervous. So he's a good player for him. And cool to see these guys grow too, right? Like watching him and Bobby, they look like grown men out there compared to probably what you saw when you covered him in high school.
Yeah, and for Shaquem, it's been not the easiest road. He had to deal with injuries. There was talk of him transferring out at one point, but he stuck with it. And he's probably not going to be an NBA guy, but he's got himself a nice college education. He's made himself a nice career. He's a 1,000-point scorer, so he can put that on his resume and in the record books. And it's, sometimes the guys just stick with it. Sometimes the transfer portal isn't always the best thing for people, and I think for Shaquem it's really worked out for him. He's had a nice career. Maybe he gets a chance to go overseas and make some money, but, that whole South Central class with Dayron Sharp now playing in the NBA, and then another young man who was shot and killed, and so they've had this whole plethora of things happen from that South Central team, and so it's interesting to follow them from when they're younger, to watch them go through stuff, make mistakes, not bury them when they make those mistakes, watch them grow from it, and then become productive young men on the other side.
Brian North joining us. Brian, I'm going to continue on with college hoops, and you can hang up whenever you'd like. Ken Watlington and I were talking about when we were younger. Brian, you remember the ACC Big East Challenge?
Yes.
And then it went to the Big Ten, which I was never really a big fan of. I'd rather watch like Wake Forest Seton Hall than I would Northwestern and Georgia. I don't know. But I do like ACC, SEC because I'm an SEC basketball fan. It feels very slimy with Nate Oates and Pearl and Musselman, and he'll talk a little junk, and of course at Kentucky, and they have really good teams, and that made for some good games this week. North Carolina and Tennessee had an NBA score. Arkansas bounced back after losses to UNCG and North Carolina and beat Duke, and saw some fun matchups. ACC, SEC. I think SEC, for people that follow it, they're not, but I think nationwide probably underrated. They think football when they think SEC, but that's a good basketball conference.
Well, there was years ago they weren't very good.
Right.
The ACC went after that wanted to play the Big Ten and the Big East, but no, the SEC the last few years has really upped their game and upped their abilities. And so when the ACC said they were going to play SEC, I said perfect. It's kind of like they've rotated out and they're going after the hot conference. So loved the matchup. Saw some interesting results from it, and regionally it makes sense too. I mean, all these conferences are going nationwide now, but regionally I thought it made some pretty good matchups. And, UNC Tennessee, underrated rivalry with the two neighboring states. So I really enjoyed some of those matchups that they had.
And Brian, people our age remember young Rick Barnes kind of standing up to Dean Smith back in the day too, right? I didn't even think about that when that game was on the other night at Sports Trivia at AJ's. Dean Smith, rest in peace, long gone. But a young Rick Barnes kind of took him to task, and that was very taboo back then, right, in the 90s?
Yeah. When Dino, Dean had an interesting start to his career, hung in effigy. Not everybody was on his side at Chapel Hill, but over time he became legendary. And Rick Barnes was the first guy I can ever remember, putting a finger in his face and standing up to him, because Dean was usually pretty gentlemanly and pretty fair with everything he did. So to have a young whippersnapper go after him was quite the sight back in the day. And so certainly made the headlines, and certainly got Rick Barnes noticed by a lot of people. He's had a pretty good career ever since then.
Brian North joining us. Brian, at the time of this recording, we are talking currently 2:10 p.m. in the afternoon on a Friday, airing it an hour or so later. Starting to see the word official come down when it comes to an ECU offensive coordinator, and this is coming from an Ole Miss side, and maybe we'll have things confirmed by the time this interview airs. But Tyler Comas from the Rebels 24/7 side said John David Baker accepts the role of as offensive coordinator at East Carolina. And Brian, I've been following this a little bit. I was a little concerned. I thought the way Mike Houston should go was a younger, more exciting, explosive route. I was a little afraid we'd get like a Doug Martin, a Rick Stockstill, of course, fine coaches, but kind of that older style of play, older style of coach anyway. But this guy, I don't know, never heard of him, but quite a resume. I mean, you're the co-offensive coordinator down there with the Lane Train at Ole Miss, so he's already got a pretty high position and comes in here. It might be enough. It looks like just testing the waters. It's enough to get folks a little bit excited about the offense next year. I still think a quarterback's more important than the coordinator almost. Who's our quarterback? We'll find that out hopefully soon, but looks like they're going to go with John David Baker. You familiar with this guy at all?
No, not at all. And my question always is, why would he come to ECU if he's at Ole Miss and did you say he's co-offensive coordinator there or getting? Yeah,
and the other is Charlie Weiss, I believe a Weiss, and Baker, because I don't know, is he going to make more money here? It almost feels kind of lateral from that department, but maybe he wants to get out of the shadow of Kiffin and the other coordinator. I don't know.
Right. So that's the question I would ask, is because it doesn't seem like a immediate make sense move, right? It's not the stepping up from a smaller school. Maybe more money would be the first thing I'd look at, but I'd say, okay, so what's going on with him and Lane Kiffin that he wants to leave? Maybe he just wants to run his own offense more because Lane Kiffin gets a lot of that credit. I just need some more information before I tag it with a blue ribbon or add some question marks. But Mike Houston made the move pretty quick. So, he must have some confidence in him. He's pretty well known in the coaching circles. So, and now they get somebody in here. Let's see what he runs. Let's see what they have. But more importantly, you got to have the Jimmies and the Joes. So now you got a coach. Now you got to figure out the players in here can make the play.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just like recruiting, right, Brian? We talk about these guys for one day, we get excited, and then we either never hear from them again or have to wait a couple years before we can give a definitive answer on whether or not it was a good recruiting class. So you just never know. Right now, I'm looking at Ole Miss quarterbacks because I'm hoping he's got a guy he can bring in with him. That's right. That's my thing right now. What are we going to do? You can have the best. If we had the best play caller in the world last year, what's our record, Brian? Maybe we get 3 wins. Players
still have to execute.
Yeah.
I mean, you make all the great play calls in the world, but you still got to be able to catch the ball. How many drops did they have this year? You got to make accurate throws. You got to hit guys in stride. There's so many things that go into it. So I've never been one of those that questions the play caller. You got to make the plays. I mean, every play, if you do it perfectly, you should get some positive yardage out of it. So to me, it always comes down to ability and execution, and so I never worry about what it's called. It's fun when you do double reverses and all that crazy stuff, but how many people got upset with Lincoln Riley when he was throwing 27 bubble screens in a row to the outside? Everybody was getting all upset. So it's never the play calling. It's about the ability of the players to make the plays.
Brian North joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Brian, sometimes, and it's sports talk radio. I feel like we talk very nonchalantly about people's jobs and things like that. I mentioned that with Jason Nichols earlier this week, that he's one of these assistant coaches that has gone through the ropes, and lucky enough for him, a lot of times he's been able to move on and not get fired, but most recently was let go and kind of uproots a family and everything. So it does feel a little dirty to talk about a person's job. But then again, when I'm asking you every week, does Frank Reich survive this season? It was a valid conversation, because for the second straight year, he has been fired during the season, which is pretty incredible. And once again, David Tepper firing another coach in the middle of a season, and he is public enemy number one right now in Charlotte.
It's crazy. Every week I'd say, no, don't fire him. Why would you do such a thing? But I will say, watching Bryce Young not improve, and there's little things I see, okay, steps up in the pocket occasionally, makes good decisions, but his decision-making has not been quick. I see the happy feet. And when I saw Will Levis look like an All-American in the first half against them, I was like, wow, there's the difference in development. And I was one of those I liked Will Levis coming out of Kentucky. I thought he should have been a first-round pick. I thought he had a big upside to him. But watching him compared to watching Bryce Young, it's like, oh, man, there's that lack of development. And look, there's a lot of things that go into it, but I don't know where you get when you're trying to build a program, firing coaches mid-season, and especially in football. And this is the third time he's done it in 5 years. So Tepper is obviously, it's his team. He can do what he wants, but obviously the results have not shown themselves with him doing it the way he wants. So wasn't a fan of it. I don't worry as much about Frank Reich. He's getting paid by two teams for a lot of years now. It's the Deuce Staley's and the Josh McCowns who are also let go. It's all the assistant coaches that you worry about, because they don't make as big a paychecks. They make nice paychecks, but certainly not as big as the head coaches.
David Tepper continues to be one of the best firers in America. He's just got to get that hiring part right, Brian. Maybe that's he needs to bring somebody in for the hirings and let him handle the firings.
It's funny because, they threw in the soccer coaches, and he's only had the soccer team, 3 years, and he's fired two of those coaches.
Yeah.
So it's amazing.
Ellerby brought up Steinbrenner the other day. I remember the tail end of that, but was it Billy Martin, Brian? He would fire and rehire. He's turning into a football Steinbrenner, it seems like.
Yeah, but at least he hired Billy Martin 3 times, and at least he got some results. The funny part is when he got suspended by Major League Baseball and couldn't do anything for a while is when they built their minor league system and started that run of winning World Series in the mid-'90s.
Huh.
There was a little kind of a storyline to that of maybe if owners do get out of the way. But I get it, man. You got all that money, and then you want to pay for something, and you want to play with it. I get it.
Yeah.
Just, you got to understand the repercussions that come with it when you don't get it.
Hey, you get a bonus or something, and then you got that, it's burning a hole in your pocket. He's constantly walking around with a hole burning in his pocket. So he's just got to get rid of it, man. He's got to spend it. He's got to find the new toy, and we'll see what they do, man. I think they should go the Hornets route and bring back Ron Rivera and just really piss everybody off like the Hornets did with Steve Clifford. Why not, right?
Yeah.
Because Ron will need a job soon because he's already got rid of Jack Del Rio, his defensive coordinator. That's the first chair off the deck, and there's a bigger one coming, I think, in Washington.
Yeah, I think you're right. And although, new owner, so we'll see what happens if Daniel Snyder, he'd be gone already, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right, we will see the Blitz coming up tonight, Brian. I know Tarboro in it. What else are we looking at tonight for the Blitz?
This has been one of the weirdest years where we have really good teams this year, but none of them are still playing. So it's everybody who surrounds our viewing area. So not teams in our viewing area, but that surround us. So you got Northeastern out of Elizabeth City playing at Clinton in Sampson County. You've got Northern Nash back in the 3A finals again out of Rocky Mount. And then you've got Hoggard out of Wilmington taking on Cardinal Gibbons. So a lot of regional matchups. Not teams from our area, but from around our area that people are still interested in. So it'll be an interesting night. And then we've got one more year. And then it was decided yesterday, I believe. They put the rubber stamp on it. They're going to go to 8 classifications after next year. So this will be the last couple of years of just 4 state winners.
Brian, as we let you go, when I was a kid, parades were pretty cool. Now, with everything else you have to do in the world, I don't know. I think they've lost some luster maybe, but your girls going to any parades? Is that still a popular thing amongst kids?
Yeah, so we're actually supposed to be in the Newburgh parade tomorrow morning. In the TV world, parades were a big thing where you get out and you see the people and wave to the folks. And our station has certainly not made it a priority ever since COVID. So we will be in New Bern. I think the kids like the parade. We were at the Shad Festival parade last year. The kids really enjoyed that. That was their first one.
Okay.
So, yeah, look, it's all about throwing out the candy. I mean, that's all they really care about. When they see people throwing candy, they're all over that. So, and people still do that until the lawyers get involved and take that away from us. But, I think we're still excited about it.
And as Mitch Hedberg said, if you're not enjoying the parade, just walk in the opposite direction and you can fast forward the parade. One of the great Mitch Hedberg lines. Brian, thanks for joining us, man. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, Clipper, sounds good, brother. Have a good one.
Brian North, WCTI 12, joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line. We'll take another break, come back, and hear from Mark Greenhill's Golf Shop Radio Show. Tiger Woods back on the course. We'll talk about that, some football, and more when we return. We roll on an hour 3 on a Friday. Back with you after this.
I am one of those. Now I drive money fools.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Attention athletes and fans. Tiebreakers is looking for all-stars. Do you know an athlete who made a game-winning play, scored an amazing touchdown, or hit a huge home run? We're scouting Eastern North Carolina for this month's most outstanding athlete. Go to tiebreakersathlete.com to nominate your favorite player for the prestigious Athlete of the Month award. Tiebreakers, shining a light on the athletes that make Eastern North Carolina proud. Submit your nomination now at tiebreakersathlete.com.
Turkey, ham, bacon, these and other meats are great around the holidays and every other day, but they all leave behind grease when you cook them, and grease is a real pain in the drain. When you pour grease down a drain, it cools and can clog sewer lines. That can lead to sewer spills, which are messy, bad for the environment, and can also be expensive. Never pour grease down the drain. Instead, collect it in a container like a used soup can or jar. Let it cool and throw it away in the trash. Together, we can protect our sewer system and the environment. For more information, go to GUC.com.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you can save an average of $889 per year. Hi, I'm State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer, and I'm ready to help you combine your home and auto and save in Greenville, North Carolina. Call 493-0002 today to get started on your personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Aayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Gobble up savings at your CBD store with their daily in-store specials. If you struggle with sleep, anxiety, or pain, your CBD store has what you need. Did you know their Delta gummies are the #1 in the world? They also have Delta seltzers, THCA flower, and pre-rolls, as well as gifts, jewelry, and accessories. They even have pet products for your furry friends. So stop by your CBD store today, open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 7, and located at 420 East Arlington Boulevard. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Jake Hunter, your favorite dance guy for the ECU Baseball Pirates, and my brand new Hop to the Hum t-shirt is now available exclusively at pr927fm.com. My t-shirt is only $20 and is available for pre-order now until December 10th. This shirt will have you and all your Pirate friends hyped for the 2024 baseball season. Get shopping and get hopping to the hum. Visit pr927fm.com to purchase yours today and hop to the hum with me in 2024. Go Pirates.
This holiday season, let the magic begin with Hilton Greenville. Turn your events into unforgettable celebrations with a holiday event package. With classic decorations and a tasty custom menu, your guests are sure to feel the holiday cheer. From setup to cleanup, decor, and more, the Hilton has it covered for you. Make this holiday season stress-free and let the Hilton Greenville do the work for you. Visit the Hilton Greenville's website or call 353-3058 to book your unforgettable experience. Happy holidays from Hilton Greenville.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese, biscuits, and country food around. They are open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart filling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you here on a Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We are just a few short days away from opening up the 2023
The transfer portal?
No.
What are we going to open up?
The Pirate Radio Treasure Chest, which includes prizes such as a $50 gift card to Aiden Golf and Country Club and Farm Bureau Golf Swag package from Brandon Manning.
He made a lasting impact on ECU baseball. He's going to make a lasting impact on you.
A $200 gift card to Shenandoah Graphics.
Shenandoah.
$100 straight cash homie from Sparky Snowballs.
Man. I'll take that all day.
A $200 gift card and facial and skincare box.
Sign me up.
From Beauty Bar Medi-Spa. Just a few of the great prizes we have in this year's treasure chest. All right, let's quickly head back out to the Pirate Radio Live line. Talk to Mark Greenhelge Golf Shop Show coming your way Saturday here on Pirate Radio. Greeny, how you doing, man?
Other than being cold, I'm doing great. Cliff, how about you?
Yeah, about the same. It has been a chilly week around these parts as well. And Greeny, I guess, and this is kind of hack sports talk radio, and when Tiger Woods is in the news, we bring him up. That's why you go to the professionals on the Golf Shop Show. They will tell you everything going on in the world of golf. But when I see Tiger, the eyes light up. So tell us about Tiger Woods' return and how that's going right now.
Yeah, well, I think other than the fact that Tiger's actually playing a golf tournament for the first time in 7 months, I think the big story was in his press conference, him talking about possibly playing at least a tournament a month in 2024. So that's what we have to look forward to. We saw hints of when he was caddying for his son Charlie in a junior tournament. We saw less of a limp out of Tiger carrying the bag for 4 days. We see less of a limp now. He's talked about the fusion surgery that he had done in his ankle. I mean, it was either like a replacement or the fusion surgery were the options. He went with the surgery, saying that at some point the replacement might be the way to go down the road. But you know, the fact that the pain, the excruciating pain in that foot, which was causing him to withdraw, what we saw at Augusta National in the really cold, nasty weather over the weekend, we feel like that is a lot better. I mean, obviously there's other ailments that he has, but it seemed like the foot was the biggest problem, that he could not walk 18 holes. And now that we seem to have solved that problem, maybe we can start actually building back again. I mean, you know, we've seen so far in the first couple rounds where he's played the front nine, mediocre yesterday, pretty good today, but has faded down the stretch, and he's fading again today down the stretch as you and I are talking. So let's see if we can continue to build that over the next couple of rounds. And then as we start to see maybe an event in January, maybe an event in February, you know, the Players' Championship in March, the Masters in April, and that kind of thing happens. So that's what we're looking forward to, and see if we can continue to build, because he still hits as many shots and as good a shots as anybody does in the PGA Tour right now.
Greeny, as far as majors go, and this is probably a dumb question, but is there a Tiger exemption for everything? I mean, does he have to play his way into anything, or is he available to play in whatever he chooses to at this point?
Well, there's three. So the Masters, if you win, you get a lifetime exemption up to the age of 60, and then it's kind of, if you're competitive after that. And the same thing holds for the Open Championship. The PGA of America does the same thing, as they'll generally let their past champions end. It's the U.S. Open that only gives you a finite amount of exemption time, but you got to think that the U.S. Open would extend a special invitation to Tiger Woods as long as Tiger Woods wants to be invited. I mean, it's not unprecedented for them to do something like that. So you'll probably look at something along those lines, and then we'll see. The other thing, too, is the signature events are restricted fields, but I'm pretty sure that they've left themselves open for sponsor exemptions, so you pretty much are going to look at Tiger Woods will get a sponsor exemption into any tournament that he wants to go play in.
No doubt. Talking to Mark Greenhelch, Golf Shop Show coming your way Saturday right here on Pirate Radio. Greeny, my question of the day, I was in Minges last night. East Carolina picked up a nice win and against UNCW, and there was a lot of fans in there, and it was a fun rivalry game. And that and a couple other things reminded me why I do love sports and started loving sports all those years ago. The question, why do you love sports, Greeny, was pretty easy for a while there with the Patriots winning every year and the Bruins success and Red Sox success and Celtics won and Clemson won. And now things aren't going so great on the field. But Greeny, why did you love sports all those years ago when you first started, and why do you still love sports today? How would you answer that?
I would just say from a competition standpoint, I mean, I love to participate in sports. I'm a very competitive person. I don't like to lose at anything. I don't like to lose to my 7-year-old son in anything. So from that standpoint, but, and by the way, don't forget, I'm old enough where every single one of those teams that you just mentioned stunk growing up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously Clemson won their first national championship in 1981. And, that's before I even considered going there. But the Red Sox, the Patriots, even the Celtics before Larry Bird were terrible. The Bruins were probably the stalwart, which is why I probably like of the Boston teams, I like the Bruins the most, probably because they were the one team that didn't really stink when I was first growing up and watching sports. And I loved going to games and had the ability to go to sporting events. I mean, I would go to Red Sox games. The Patriots are probably the one that I didn't go to for the longest time, but I went to a lot of Red Sox and Bruin hockey games, and not so much on the basketball and the football side. So just love the competition, love being a fan of things, love seeing specific players. Now I like seeing players that go to Clemson and graduate or get drafted into the pros. I love following them. So it's just a little bit of everything.
Yeah. No, great answer, Greeny. How about Clemson? They did get some revenge on South Carolina. They get the 8th win, 8-4, which is looked at as a down year for the folks in Tiger Town. This is your first weekend off as far as watching Clemson, and maybe going to an ACC championship the first week of December in a while. So you got a free weekend there. But I don't know. Did beating South Carolina, did that salvage anything? How did you feel overall about the 8-4 Tigers this year?
That South Carolina game was hard to watch. I think Klubnik threw for 100 yards and Spencer Rattler didn't throw for 100 yards. So the two quarterbacks combined did not pass for 200 yards. It was a hard game to watch, and it still baffles me that you can have the talent that Clemson has and the inability to put points up on the board and consistently move the football. So that's what I'm interested in seeing. I know they're going to be looking for a new offensive line coach here. And maybe that's what's been the issue. Maybe the Garrett Riley offense and the way the offensive line was being taught didn't gel very well, and maybe that's the case and why we're going to get a new offensive line coach. But something's definitely got to change in the Clemson offense and get back to, I guess, not as predictable, be a little more explosive, back to what we're used to seeing Clemson doing with all the athletes that they have. I mean, I know they were thin on receiver because they kept getting hurt, but something at some point's got to give. You had a running game, you had a defense, you should have been better than what they were. So let's hope for some changes. But, man, it goes back to even looking at championship games this weekend, Clip, and starting tonight with Washington and Oregon. I feel like that we're still wide open for the college football playoff. I feel like all the top 4 teams could get beat, and we could have complete chaos. And it's because I don't think we have dominant teams in college football right now.
Hey, I'm definitely rooting for some chaos at this point and then see what ends up happening. I mean, there's a scenario where the SEC could get left out of this whole thing if the cards fall right. So interesting to see. And, of course, the ACC could, too, as well, because Florida State a very narrow favorite over Louisville coming up on Saturday night. Greeny, good stuff, man. What you guys have planned for the Golf Shop show coming up tomorrow?
So we'll check in with our man from the Sporting News, Bill Bender, as we always do, talk a little college football championship weekend. We'll check in with Matt Ward and find out what some betting lines are across various sports. Heck, I want to ask him what the betting line is for my Patriots to still end up with the number 1 pick in the draft. And we'll check in with Rob Spellman from Golf Aficionado magazine, who goes here, there, and everywhere, and find out what maybe his holiday gift guide entails and destinations maybe to go. And then we will check in with Rex Hoggard down there and in the Bahamas and find out what he's hearing and seeing about Tiger Woods and what his thoughts are. So all that on Saturday morning.
I guess, Greeny, last first pick for the Pats would be Drew Bledsoe all those years ago.
Was he even a first? Was he the first overall?
I believe he was first overall pick.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
That probably was, yeah. I mean, even if they get the second or the third pick, you got to see what they're going to do with it. You got to think that it's either a quarterback or, knowing Bill Belichick, he'll get the first pick and he'll trade down and get like 62 draft picks out of it.
Yeah. Bledsoe, first pick, 1993. So, and that was a bit of a turning point there for the Patriots. And, of course, he handed the baton to Tom Brady, and the rest is history. Greeny, good stuff, man. We will check in with you next week. Have a good show on Saturday.
All right, thanks, Clip. Have a good weekend, too.
Thank you, Greeny. Mark Greenhell's Golf Shop Radio Show joining us. Man, got a lot of words here from Xavier McIver. I'm going to just skip to the with that being said part. With that being said, I've decided to enter the transfer portal with 2 years of eligibility remaining to continue pursuing and fulfilling my football dreams. Thank you, Pirate Nation. You're welcome, Xavier.
That's a big one.
I don't believe this was God's plan. I think this was his call.
Add him to the list.
You just made the list. Xavier
McIver. That's a big one because that's a guy that
here's a guy
up front was in that rotation, in that very deep rotation, and off to do better things. It's his plan, not God's plan.
Somebody told me, somebody texted me and said Wolf. So I don't know if he's going to state or not. But there you go. Xavier McIver in the portal. We'll take a break, come back, get ready to wrap it up here on a Friday after this.
Pest Tech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pest Tech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pest Tech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pest Tech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
The Angus Grill is your premier spot for the best burgers, cheesesteaks, and brisket sandwiches around. Join us for our unmatched variety of burger combinations, from the mushroom bacon Swiss burger to the jalapeno popper burger to the original Angus classic. Pair that burger with our amazing onion rings, tots, fries, or sweet potato fries. Angus Grill, with 4 amazing locations in Eastern North Carolina, including Winterville near Pitt Community College, on Jarvis Street in Uptown Greenville, and on Statensburg Road near the hospital. It's the best burger around, guaranteed.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes this holiday season with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Okay, honey, the holidays are almost here. You know we're hosting, right?
Yes, dear.
Did you get those things done that I asked you to do?
Yes, dear.
Really?
Yes, dear.
You cleaned the gutters, pressure washed the driveway, and replaced our HVAC system?
Yes, dear. Doing it right now.
Really? Because it looks like you're sitting in your chair watching football.
I called Delcor. They got us a brand new HVAC unit for just $120 a month.
Wow, $120 a month? That's pretty good.
And for only $30 more a month, we got the Delcor service plan that covers preventative maintenance and repairs, including parts and labor, for 10 years. That's them.
Wow, that is a great deal. Well, the kids and I are going out. Enjoy the game.
Yes, dear.
Visit DelcorInc.com to find out how you can get a new replacement HVAC system for under $120 a month. With top-of-the-line manufacturers like Trane. It's hard to stop a train. Go to DelcorInc.com or call Delcor, the service professionals.
Are you having a hard time participating in the activities you love due to pain? Well, then you need a good stretch or perhaps a massage. At Bodies in Balance, they offer massage therapy, assisted stretching, and Graston techniques to help provide solutions. With years of experience, the team at Bodies in Balance can create a stretch or massage program that is right for you. Mention Pirate Radio to get your first free stretch and your first massage for only $1 per minute. Call 916-4530 to get on the schedule, or you can visit them online at bodiesinbalance.com. The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next. What's even better than going to Jimmy John's? The great taste of Jimmy John's coming to you. Check out their convenient catering bundle, including a 12-pack of half sandwiches made with fresh baked bread, hand-sliced meats, and fresh veggies, plus 2 premium sides, 15 chips, and 15 desserts, all for one great price. You can also choose an a la carte option. Pick it up, or they'll set it up for you. And don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson, and online at jimmyjohns.com.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Taking a quick look at your stock market, the Dow was up 294 points at 36,245. The NASDAQ was up 78 at 14,305. The S&P was up 26 points as well, closed out the week at 4,594. That is your Wells Fargo Advisor Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
I just got a text that said, Ken Watlington looks peed off on TV tonight. He's not even smiling at Angie.
Oh, boy.
He's having a bad day.
It was a bad day to be a Seahawk fan yesterday.
I'm going to tell the chat gang to have a good weekend. Appreciate y'all. Shirley, have a good weekend. I will gladly not be seeing you tomorrow.
That's right. I will be gladly not seeing you tomorrow.
Joey, appreciate your work today. John, put her there, pal. We will, let's get one for the camera. All right. Have a good weekend, John.
All right, you too, buddy.
Oh, my bad. The camera's not even on, you guys.
Good luck to ECU volleyball. Was that on?
I don't know.
They're about to get underway.
You're good.
Hopefully they win tonight. And we'll play and win tomorrow as well. We will see you fine folks coming up. Wow, that was just off camera. That was pretty smooth. See you fine folks Monday, 3 o'clock, all new edition Pirate Radio Live. The treasure chest will open up. Talk to you then. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WG.